right, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It was a lot of good data. Everything from retail sales all the way down to the Philly Fed. We hit near 6,300, or we were about to, and then you got a couple of other headlines. Nothing got in the way. Healthcare is doing really bad all across the board. We just got a GSK headline, and then bank earnings hasn't been too in the way, and now we are waiting for your boy Netflix after the bell. So I fucked up. I forgot to do the what's it called? It didn't transfer everybody over. I forgot to attach the video. So it may take you guys a little bit to get in here. But yeah, we're starting Philo a little early anyways. So, you know, we'll have some fun. We'll have some fun. So yeah, give me a second. And then I'm going to go and get me a carbo. I haven't had a carbo all morning. And then we'll get ready for this. Sound good? Yeah, I fucked up. It probably sent you somewhere wild. And then it takes like 30 minutes for the, like, it'll let some of you find it right away. And then the people who just don't know to go to youtube.com/stock market, they'll find it in 30 minutes. And they'll be like, where did it, I didn't. youtube.com/the stock market/live. It'll take you there every time. No questions asked. All right. Anyways, we'll see if we drop down. Like I was saying, you're waiting for Netflix earnings, still pre-earnings. We haven't heard much on trade yet. You had some rumors about India and Powell, so we'll see. But other than that, yeah, it's still kind of slow summer, and then we're like right on the cusp of another high. Someone just asked me if we could hit 6,300. It looked like we were going to, and then you chilled out like right 4 points below it. So you know the vibe. You either hit it today or you go right up to it, sell off, and then tomorrow or next week. I know. The Truman Show. I love the Truman Show, though. It's a good one. All right, I'll be right back. Please hold while we connect your long term. Where is it?
Essentially, you're saying we are
Fed
going to remain focused on inflation. We're not going to consider cutting rates until we are sure inflation.
I may have $1 million, I don't feel inflation. I may have $1 million, I don't feel inflation. I may have $1 million, I don't feel inflation. I may have $1 million, I don't feel inflation.
The next part of that. No, seriously, I think.
You know what I'm saying, girl? Tell
the
her.
economy and policy, I see them as both in a good place. But when I look out, we really have
that's
interest
her
rates
track,
for
bro.
a
I made
significant
have
number
$1
of
million,
years
I don't
now
feel
in restrictive
inflation.
territory.
I made have
And
$1
what we
million,
have
I
is an
don't feel
underlying
inflation.
economy
I made
that is
have $1
responding
million,
to
I
those
don't
higher
feel
interest rates. You
inflation.
had growth
Why you
slowing.
hate?
The frothy
Why you
labor
hate?
market that was pervasive after the
Okay,
pandemic
I'll be right back.
has now moved to a more sustainable place. People are getting jobs, but firms are finding it easier to find workers and, importantly, keep workers so that they're not constantly on that, revolving door of train a worker, the worker leaves. So I think those are all good positions. Then we have inflation coming down, and if we extract or move away from just the goods price inflations, which do show, those numbers have been showing and certainly showed in this week's print, the effect of tariffs, some of those being passed through. But if you look at the other areas of inflation, you just don't see that inflation is pushing back up. You see it gradually going down. And housing services inflation, which has long been elevated, has been coming down over this year. Services inflation without housing has been coming down, slowly, but coming down. So I see these as the result of the policy that we have in place. But at some point, if you hold the economy too tight, the reins, we're in horse country, if you hold the bridle too tight, you actually end up stopping. And if you stop, then you take the problem people did have, which was inflation, and turn it into a problem that they don't have, which is the labor market. So that's why I see these two goals. The dual mandate is so critical because it gives you the kind of balance that ensures people have both things they need: opportunities in the labor market and price stability, so that when they work and they invest, they can build careers and families and communities.
So let me ask you how you're thinking about the economy and what you should do right now, in the sense that this was a big data week. We had consumer prices and producer prices both come in at the headline level lower than anticipated, slowing in economy, especially service prices. But we see some underlying pressures in sectors that are affected by tariffs. Retail sales today came in stronger than expected, much stronger than expected, except for a couple areas that would be affected by tariffs. So could you explain to this audience, and of course the guy at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, if he's listening, how you put all that together and decide when do interest rates come down?
Well, there's always been three scenarios that were possible. So the first scenario was that we'd get the tariff effect and it would spill over into all other sectors. So if the price of a tariffed good goes up, then your person cutting your hair, since we were talking about barbers earlier, raises his or her prices, and suddenly you've got spillover. That would make it more persistent. We haven't seen any evidence that that's occurring. And I think that the house price inflation, the house services inflation, and the services inflation coming down reassures you that we're not getting that persistent component. So then there's two other scenarios. One is that you get the tariff effect, but it's relatively contained and becomes a one-off. And the second is you just don't see much of the effect, because what happens is that as the tariffs settle into whatever level they're going to be, firms who are importing from other countries say, you take half, I'll take half to the country. Then down the supply chain or the production chain, you're splitting it all the way. And so by the time it hits consumers, it's a more muted impact than what is the announced tariffs. One of the pieces of evidence we have for that is that the effective tariff rate as of last week was calculated around 16%, but tariff revenue is only 8%. So that tells you there's some splitting, there's some leakages, some workarounds. Companies are very innovative. They're figuring out other ways to do things. And this is a global shock, and so all companies across the globe are figuring it out. So when I think of that, I'm really of the mind, well, we might end up with a more muted impact of tariffs than we thought. And then this is something I've said publicly since January, is all administrations come in not with one policy, but with a slate of policies. And Paul Ryan said this morning, and I think it's worth emphasizing. The slate of policies have push and pull effects. So deregulation and tax policy, tax relief, those are growth-inducing policies. The tariffs could be, and the immigration policy could be growth impairing policies, but we don't know yet, right? And we certainly don't know the net effect of those. And so that's why it's important to take in the information and not lower rates preemptively, because we just don't have that certainty, and the economy's in a good place. At the same time, you can't wait forever, because if we wait till inflation gets to 2%, well, then we've lost. We've likely injured the economy in some way that was completely unnecessary. And so I'm of the mind that the summary of economic projections we put out, which had 2 rate cuts for this year, I think that's a reasonable outlook to have. Of course, we are data dependent. If all of you who are business owners say, no, Mary, the inflation's right around the corner and is going to spill over, well, then that's a different thing. It's one of the reasons Reserve Bank presidents in particular spend so much time in their communities asking questions like I asked Crystal this morning. What are you thinking? What are you seeing? Are you raising prices because of this, that? And she can give me that information. And so far, I'm not hearing that that's a pervasive outcome.
Let me dig deeper into that and ask you, I know you're talking to CEOs and companies all across the district all the time. What's the basic attitude? Most of the time I'm told by folks at the Fed that everybody's just sort of sitting on their hands right now.
Not in the West. Maybe it's our Western spirit, but I have the 9 Western states, and I don't see sitting on hands behavior. I see cautious optimism, and there's a cautiousness. People aren't, what I heard originally was, we're going to wait and see, but now that the direction of travel on tariffs seems to be negotiation to lower rates than were announced on Liberation Day, and the tax policy and other things have passed, people are already seeing that they can work in this system. And so, I've been to a lot of places since January, and I've been to Alaska twice, which is at the heart of some of the changes in programs that you see. And what they are is cautiously optimistic. Come to the Intermountain West, cautiously optimistic. California, cautiously optimistic. So, whether I'm in the coastal part of my district, Alaska, I haven't been to Hawaii, but they're also cautiously optimistic. But the Intermountain West, I think this is you guys are always a little poster children for optimistic, but I think it's really optimistic at this point. And, recognizing costs may rise, other things may happen, but workers are easier to find, opportunities are out there, maybe not taking every risk you would take if everything was certain, but certainly not stalling out and waiting to see. The growth, one of my directors put it as, growth does not come to the
and then
meek.
Tim said
so
horses.
You have to take some risks to do well.
So I felt like you needed a
When
horse
you do
sound
go to
effect.
Hawaii, let me know.
There wasn't any
come out
deeper
and
meaning
cover that.
behind that one.
I go regularly. It is in the district, but I haven't been this year. But I will let you know next time.
All right, another question on what you're hearing from CEOs. The big question about
I got a
whether
question
we have
why
an
they
inflation
hate
impact from
me
tariffs
long
is
terms
whether
up.
companies are going to pass the law. What
long
are,
terms
the
up.
bosses out there, the
Yeah,
people who represent
yeah. I get my
what are they
long
telling you about that?
Well,
term.
firms live in an equilibrium or an ecosystem like everyone
I
else.
think
and so
we got
the
a couple of crypto
impulse, of
pops.
course,
It could
is
just
to
be
pass
the
along any
stablecoin.
cost
I'm not seeing
increase
anything.
and protect
You got
margins.
Ethereum.
But there's also a recognition that
Shut up,
customers,
Dolly.
consumers are exhausted.
So, put it into perspective. You've seen this before. We just saw Ethereum take a stick. Then we saw another crypto name take a stick. And now you're watching Circle. Meanwhile, they're doing all of these little crypto bills. So it's either going to be related to that. You either have pending news coming out for it, or it's going to be just momentum and everybody rotating to the Momo. So, yeah, that's how I describe it. But we're going to begin here in a little bit. Let me send out an alert.
Discipline, the idea that you'll just simply raise prices and push them completely through. And so what we're hearing is that companies are saying they're trying to negotiate with the import country to take a little bit, the importing firms, take a little bit off, and then they're trying to push it along the supply chains. They'll pass a little bit through, but unlikely to pass the whole thing through. And importantly, in the goods sector, this is especially apparent because if post-pandemic, there was this massive, really large, significant, you could see it in the data, rotation of consumers to goods purchases over services purchases. And people were buying many more goods than they had bought. But now their coffers are probably full. They have a lot of Pelotons and other things, and so bikes and things of that sort. So it's very easy for consumers to be price sensitive on those items and then turn themselves back to services and buy experiences over goods. And I think the goods providers are aware of that. So whatever the impulse is, the practicality has to meet the consumer.
What is, you use the words a solid economy. What to you is a solid economy, and how far do you think we'll be from that at the end of the year?
If we see what we've been seeing, which is that we're slowed to a sustainable pace, and right now, 2% growth is the estimate of trend if you simply add up productivity growth and the labor force growth. So we could get more out of productivity and get a higher number. We could get more out of productivity, get a higher number. We could absolutely grow a little faster. I wouldn't be surprised about that, but I don't think we need to slow precipitously to produce the last mile on inflation, if you will. I think we can actually do it with this steady growth, expansion in the labor market that hovers around the current level. I wouldn't want to see more weakness in the labor market. I really wouldn't want to see that, which is why you can't wait forever, thinking that inflation is just around the corner, so we have to wait till we know. I think clarity in central banking is overrated. We want some clarity, but we can't wait for perfect clarity because then we'll always be backward looking, and by then it's too late.
You mentioned potential growth, which is the sum of productivity and labor force growth. The president has also got policies on labor force growth, bringing it way down. Have you seen effects on the economy in your district yet from that?
You see pockets of places where firms relied on immigration, legal immigration as well, and people there's just a chilling effect on those markets, and so you hear it, but it's in pockets. I wouldn't say there's a broad-based concern over that at this point. I think there was a lot of concern originally, but it just hasn't materialized that way, and so that's been a help. Now, on the, we talked about labor force growth. It is a fact that we have one of the lowest labor force participation rates in the industrialized world for men largely, but women too, between 25 and 54. So our industrialized competitors all have higher labor force participation rates than we do. So when we talk about labor force growth, I think we have to broaden it beyond the immigration, and if immigration's gone, our hands are tied. Really, what is the remedy for so many men in particular sitting on the sidelines?
Well, how are we going to get people to do degrading work for pennies on the dollar? How do we got to find an ethical plan, man. Stop it. We need people to do the jobs we don't want to do so we could pay them nothing. And let's use that as a talking point of how good we are. Okay, on that note, I'm having too much fun today. Alrighty. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and gals, it's time for Philo. So you're here, you clicked on the video. Like I said, bro, tweet me. Go ahead, talk some shit. You want me to make it members only, private? I would love to. We have enough members to go private and nothing changes. Be my guest. If you want to make me more money, you guys, I'm down. I'm down. Otherwise, we could all be normal and we could be chill and click on the videos that we want to watch. You know what I'm saying? Because this video say Philo. So we're going to talk about philosophy and God and life and Jesus and a lot of things. And like I've been saying, man, just listen. Like, you know what I'm saying? All bullshit aside, bro. Just like, do you not hear what I'm saying? You know, do you not see, like, we are trying to help people get rich, like, the right way, and we're not asking for anything, not demanding anything, like, except for them being serious? That's what I demand. I demand that respect for yourself, not even for me, because if you respected yourself, anytime I wanted something for myself, I behaved the right way. I didn't meet all these people I met in my life and was acting all flippant because and saying I had respect for myself. No, because I wanted something. I was trying to build myself and be who I was destined to be. You know what I'm saying? So the moment I was in a room or an area to do that, it was game time. So like I'm saying, man, you want to be a part of it, bro? Take it. Take advantage of it. I would love for you to benefit. I'm not trying to push anything on you. I'm saying you clicked on it. You want to be here. Go ahead. That's the whole point, and I hope you get something out of it, man. And if you don't want to be here, don't be here, for real. I told you, it's bittersweet. I see thousands of people leave when I do this, and like I said, man, it sucks, but not really, because I'm like, I'm glad they're not staying. And I don't mean that like in a hateful way, like, haha, you're not my friend, I don't want you here. No, I mean it like they're taking the advice. Like, at the very least, I can respect that. Like, I genuinely can respect that, because I'm that type of person. I'm not, man, what are you saying, bro? You gonna put me, I don't want to be here, so I'm here. I don't like this, so no, I'm gone. So should you be. And like, it is what it is. But like I'm saying, it's a trick from the devil. Doing stuff you don't love. So I hope this doesn't be a briar to you. I'm not trying to create a stumbling block for you guys, even if you disagree with me. I don't want you to do something you don't like. I'm not trying to push it upon you, bro. There's demand. They'll pay me to do this. There's thousands of people here for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So unfortunately, bro, don't let this be your stumbling block. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But genuinely, I hope you could be encouraged, and I hope you don't do things you don't love doing, because that's bad. That's how you fall into bitterness and a lot of things, okay? And if you do want to be here for stocks, you still can be. You got a news wire up. You can help me out. You got thousands of beautiful people in here who are they've upheld the standard. So I think we'll do a good job. If anything breaking happens, I'll get to it. Other than that, if it's not pressing, we'll just ignore it till the end. Sound good? Sounds good, baby. So, right off of the bat, part of your intro, I'm going to call some of you out. I think that a lot of you have heard me tell you to go read the book of Nehemiah. Does that sound familiar? Nehemiah. I'm like, go read it. Go read Nehemiah. ChatGPT can now do work using its own computer. I don't know what that means. Well, yeah, you guys did not read it. Yeah, so I kind of know a lot of you did not read it at all. You want to know why? Because nobody asked me how to read it. Because when you read Nehemiah, bro, there's like a bunch of chapters. All it is just lists. It's just like so-and-so from so-and-so tribe, and 1,000 men from here, and the 1,000 men, and the Levites, and the tribe, and then it's just like chapter after, that's it. So most people, when they get to that, they're like, wait, they're like, what do I get out of it? They usually ask, why am I reading this? Ta-da! So you could skim those parts, and like, it will come up depending on what type of like theological study you want to do. Then those lists are very important, but you could kind of skim through it a little bit and get to the first person narrative of Nehemiah. And if you didn't realize that at this point, that's what's cool about the book of Nehemiah. It's a first person in Nehemiah. It's him giving a first person account of what went down. But let me encourage you, read it on your own, you guys. Don't let me tell you the story. For real, that's why I went off on homeboy today. You guys know that? I mean it, bro. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at any of you. I'm saying this because I told you who I am. I'm here to bring clarity. I already have done it. I'm going to keep doing it. I don't want confused people. And I see what happens in people's lives when they have clarity. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I want you guys safe, man. I don't want you, I want God in your life and God first. But you don't need superstition. And you don't need another person, a man. You don't need me. You don't need a pastor. You don't need anything. There is no prophet. There is prophets, and God will use other people. And sometimes he needs to use other people. I get that. But there's no, stop giving the glory to people. It's God and you and your creator. That's what matters. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say all this. Be protected, bro. Be wise. And I look forward to it. And that's why you got to read it on your own, man. You got to learn how to do this, and you got to get it on your own because you want it on your own, and you're the one who put in the investment, everything, both in this world and spiritually, and in your discipline as well. So I hope you understand. But that's the first one. The second one is the verse today, and I loved it this morning, bro. I loved it. I loved it. It's Jesus, I think in Matthew 8. And it's funny because, he's talking about John the Baptist. And then he's explaining it. But there's this one line, bro. There's two lines. One, they're like accusing him. And I don't know if you guys notice this. You don't think it's weird whether you think the Bible is real or not? You realize the whole entire world agrees about its chronological nature. Are you guys aware of that? Like atheists, Islam, any non-believer, that, right? So the world may not believe Jesus is Christ. They may not believe Jesus is God. You may not believe he could forgive your sins, right? But everybody believes in that is scientifically true. You understand that, right? Like the chronology, the time frame, some of these biblical characters, you guys are aware of that, right? If not, I encourage you to go look into it. But why I'm saying that, because I want you guys to notice in all of these stories, Old and New Testament, in this old ass book, forgive me for calling the Bible an old ass book, but but I need you to understand this. You don't think it's weird that they were doing the exact same thing as today? And what I mean specifically, like in the book of Nehemiah, how they would talk shit, how they were haters, blew my mind. I told you guys that, right? Because it's like, dude, I thought that was a modern thing. I thought these haters and people getting jealous because you had this and that, I thought that was a new thing, you know what I'm saying? Relatively speaking. Like, mother effers being grimy and like, smile in your face to try to steal the glory or try to sabotage you. Like, I thought that was more modern. No, bro. Before like transportation, low key. Like, transportation was still donkeys. They were doing that. And then this is what stuck out to me this morning. I'm reading the verse. Tell me why. The Pharisees, how they accuse, you know what they even said about John the Baptist? They said he don't eat food, he don't drink water, he a demon. They said Jesus do this, he a demon. And what I want you to notice, thousands of years ago, again, whether you believe Jesus is God or not, that's a different topic, but we could all agree this was thousands of years ago. That's fact, dog. Hate to break it to you. But thousands of years ago, some recording, and you could go read other religious texts if you like, but you don't think it's weird that they were doing the same thing, the same projection? That back then and even today, you watch it on the news every day, the ones saying it's not independent are the ones who aren't independent. The ones saying he's the demon. You don't think it's crazy that the beginning of time till today, one of the number one strategies is a pure lie on someone's name? You don't think that's odd? I think it is purely fascinating. That is what I saw this morning. Again, even in the New Testament. Dude, this isn't new. And I need you guys to realize this is going to happen to you, and you are seeing it every day. It happened in Bible days. It's happening now. How many of you have had that happen to you? Have any of you done something and someone came up to you and accused you of the exact opposite? Right? Where you took out the trash, and then your girl come home and say, you didn't take out the trash. Better yet, have you ever helped somebody? Right? They needed food, you gave them food. They needed clothes, you gave them clothes. And then they get mad at you one day and they said, you did nothing for me. So you don't think that's weird that they've been doing that since 2,000 years ago till today? That yesterday I'm having a conversation with you. They all talking independence. I'm like, this conversation should have happened 9 months ago. What do you mean? You're the one being non-independent is the one accusing of non-independence, right? The people being biased or accusing people of bias are the ones who are biased. So you could go get mad about this all day. That's fine. You shouldn't. You should start getting prepared. At least you could relate to the Lord now. At least you could relate to the disciples. Maybe you could relate to the prophets. Nobody is a prophet. But do you get it? You need to be prepared for this, guys. And can I ask you, what are you going to do when that happens to you? Have you thought about that? What are you going to do when they accuse you of doing what you did? They're going to accuse you of the opposite of what you did. How are you going to respond? So they've been doing that for 2,000 years till today. You know it's going to happen. You see it happen every day. You don't get it? You have a game plan. My brother, you walk and you live in the truth. They will accuse you of the opposite. What do? You stand on your authority. You stand in the Lord. That's what they did. And the ones who didn't failed. They're going to lie on your name. And some of you need this discernment. Some of you, I pray you avoid dealing with other people. You know what I'm saying? In that sense. But it doesn't matter, because even if you avoid other people accusing you, I need you all to have this discernment in the world. You see what I'm saying? Stop looking at people. That's why I said don't be so quick to throw them to the wolves. Stop looking at everything being so quick to judge and all of this, because all the things you're hearing, bro, you haven't realized half the time the guy pointing the finger, that's him. That's why I'm like, I get kind of nervous, because I'm like, whoa, I got to be careful. Why do you think I keep reminding you God comes first? Because if I start pointing fingers and it's not God first and it's not an objective truth, my brother, I am them. What the fuck are you saying? Listen to my language. But God, and I'm working on it, but God comes first. Jesus is king. I mean it. But do you not get it? You guys need to be prepared for this, and you need this discernment, and you should surrender to the Lord and pray. But you want the discernment? I'm speaking it to you plainly. It's in the text. You know this is what they did to Jesus. They did this to the prophets in the Old Testament as well. Are you prepared for it? Are you going to have the fortitude to remain solid? Or will you fall to the easiest trick in the book of caving to a truth that isn't the truth? So yeah. And then he ends it today. This is in Matthew. It's all your daily verse if you read it. He says something. And Jesus, the words are from Jesus himself, bro. I love it. What did he say? Oh no, is this? Let me see. Oh, I have it. I want the exact quote. I swear it was at the end. Oh, I want to give you the exact quote. But it said, wisdom is proved right through her deeds. All right? Words from Jesus. So he's talking about John the Baptist, how these people keep accusing people of doing the opposite. He said, wisdom will be proved right through her deeds. That's why God be the glory and God first. We have done nothing, Chad. But you need this discernment. You need to know the strategy of what people are using negatively when they accuse. But you also need to know the reality. You judge a tree by its fruit. Wisdom is shown through your actions. You guys tell me, Josh, you sound good. You sound wise. Oh, shut up. The wisdom is every day. It's how we live it. I could talk my ass off if I ain't got nothing to show for it, dude. That's bullshit. This is why I'm both proud of a lot of you, and I'm so glad, bro. I am so glad that I am lighting a fire under some of y'all asses because the truth is coming out. Look at all the people coming up to me telling me, all right, man, I slipped. And brother, I love you. You're good. Why do you think we have all of this? Why do you think we have resources? Why do you think God gave you this community where you actually have it? You know why? Not to hide the mistake, brother. To have something to go to and to correct it immediately. That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm like, this is good, bro. Bro, you guys got this wisdom. But it's all through the actions. And like I'm saying, bro, I'm seeing people with debt. I'm seeing people, they let things get out of control after doing good. I'm not here to condemn you, bro. Believe me. Condemnation would have kept me away from the word. You got to grow in maturity. You will see what I'm talking about. Or you will learn where you don't like things and you'll learn that something is wrong, but you don't condemn. Do you understand? It's the contradiction. I furiously do not like the things that are wrong. They're wrong. No, that's it. I can't bend it. But I furiously love man and the opportunity to do better at the same time. You see what I'm saying? Dude, I've been in your shoes. You know, that's why, you know how many drugs I've done? Do you know how many mistakes I've made? That's why I could stand boldly and be able to do this and say this. Because I'm like, I know what I did was wrong and it wasn't good for me. And I lived it. I felt it. I know it. We all know it. But that didn't mean I shouldn't have gotten a shot. That shouldn't have meant that I couldn't change it. The moment I realized that I could change it, I truly realized it and vowed to myself to do it. So that's what I'm saying, man. And all of you guys going through this, I think it's kind of a blessing. Some of you kind of came out. And I'm glad you did so you could turn back. That's all I'm here to tell you. You think I'm here to beat you up? No. I know it's going to sound aggressive at times. And that's why we have to furiously stomp out the bad. But you fail, you're struggling, you let it get the best of you, what? But turn it around, bro. I'm not here to make fun of you. No one rejoices in that, truly. And if they do, I'll fight them for you. You don't see that? That's what I was trying to say. That's why I hope you all realize too. That's why I think God has revealed to me some of this. You know what? Because I'll fight them for you, Chad. You don't get it? You know how many times they're like, Josh, you got an army. Motherfucker, you got Josh. And then we all got God above all else. You don't get it? That's why. The other guy, bro, you slip, you fall, and you genuinely want to turn, we have your back. That's what I'm saying, though. And then the people, and they want to try to joke around, they want to make fun while I live it, I'll fight them. Because that's what I'm saying. It's always worth it. But then that's why at the same time, though, you got to show me you're not on bullshit. Don't be the guy coming in to rehab, but you ain't really want to rehab. Get the fuck out of here. See what I'm saying? That's why some, and then that's why we have a rocky relationship, because you come up to me and say, I need help, I need this, and then you don't really need it. Or then you act like, and then you stop playing, and then you play around. Saying, no, that's even worse. That's even worse. But do you get what I'm saying? All of this, there is no condemnation. What I'm trying to, wisdom is reflected through your deeds. And I love that y'all got houses, y'all got long terms, but I think some of y'all, there was other things creeping up. And I see it now, and we stomp it out. So you got to start paying attention. And I say this where you let it be shown. You did wise things. That's why you have a house. That's why you have a long term. That's why you have more money than you would have. If you didn't have wisdom in this bad situation, you would have already been crushed. You realize that, right? Homeboy, if you didn't buy the house and have the long term, bro, you would have been clapped 2 years ago. Think about that. Mac, hit me up today, bro. If you didn't have long term, and if you didn't have wisdom that already had fruit in your life, y'all would have been clapped a long time ago. So amen. I'm glad you didn't. Do you see what I'm saying? The wisdom you already lived in is showing evidence in your life, and it's already protecting you, whether you realize it or not. Do you hear me? So that's good, and that's what I'm saying you need to realize. Your good steps, it's there. Whether you want to give credit to it or not, no, bro. You actually have something. Your whatever wisdom you received and acted out on, there is some evidence of it in your life today. All of us. And guess what? The lack of wisdom, the thing that you did foolishly. Like I'm saying, I love you, bro. I'm not trying to make fun of you. But I'm going to tell you what's foolish, and we have to know what's foolish. You have evidence of foolishness as well in the same time. Because you did good. And the wisdom you have, it's evident in the things you have and how you've moved. Because if you didn't have it, I know your situations would have been a lot worse. But do you see now? These little problems creeping up. Those are the weeds. You guys left weeds. No? Because I see the evidence of the lack of wisdom growing in debt, growing in spending, growing in not checking your bank account, growing in not following your budget, growing, you see what I'm saying? There's evidence of that too. That's why I'm saying, if y'all see the weeds right now, please turn around. Please start trimming them. Correct it now, you will be safe. You correct it the moment you see it, bro, genuinely. That's how God works, bro. Anybody, you genuinely make a mistake and you genuinely say, I'm going to stop it and turn back now, you are saved. You don't get it? You don't get it when all these little Christian wacko nut jobs walking around saying, he saved me. He saved me. Do you not get it? That's what it is. Some of them are on BS. Some of them are false prophets. Some of them, well, who knows? But there's some people, they know it. That they said in their life, I was going down a path. And the moment I realized that this was a death path and it leads to the other things, I turned around. And I don't know why, because I was so deep in it, that shouldn't have worked. But the fact that I said, that's not good, I don't want that. And I got saved. Do you see it now? So some of y'all afraid of the spirits, the religion, the book, call it whatever you want. But like, dude, I said it with the money, man, and debt. You notice the problem, you just need to turn around right away. No one's making fun of you. What's done is done. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we can redeem, we can't change it, but like, if you turn around now, if you say, hey, I looked at I'm spending more money than I have. I do that consistently. SPY dropping. I see Saudi headline, but I don't know if that's it. And then Brazil, Lula, tariffs. I don't see a crisis yet. That was 5 minutes ago. But yeah, you got a little pickup here. I saw a little bit of activity. I don't think it's anything. U.S. set to impose 93% tariff on battery material. Is that it? So hold on, you might have something. Hold on, yeah, we got a China tariff thing. But remember yesterday, you signed the bill, and that bill was already like priced in, but that number looks new to me. I don't know what the fuck is 93.5. That one's a little tricky. Because if the market's already absorbed the impact and priced it in, just like yesterday, you sign it, nothing is going to change. But if that's a addition, then we got something. I think it's a dud, though. I think it's priced in. Just in case. Platinum reacting to it? Interesting. I'm gonna throw up some check. MP going up too. So yeah, bro. Get saved. And some of you, I'm not telling you to go to church. Okay? Because I don't know if I could get you to do that if we can't do this. All of you. I don't care if you like me or not. I don't care, bro. If you notice something in your life is not serving you, you see what I'm saying? It should serve you. It should assist you, push you. If you could genuinely be like, dude, I don't think that's serving me. That's not good. And you're like, this is a problem. I don't think this is it. All you have to do is say, I'm not going to do it, and vow to it. You see, not just say I'm not going to do it, but like act like a real turnaround. You get what I'm saying? Because if you do a true U-turn at the moment you genuinely know, you have nothing to worry about. That's how confident I am in it. Do you not realize? I don't care how deep the hole is. But if you're telling me it's a deep hole, but you knew this 2 years ago, that doesn't apply. You see what I'm saying? I'm telling you, for real, if this is hitting you and you're like, you know what? I have way too much credit card debt. That is a problem. This is the first time it's actually like, whoa, this is the first time I balanced my fucking bank account in 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. You see what I'm saying? And it's your first time and you're like, you know what? Yeah, I don't think that's it. I'm gonna change. I'm gonna correct it. You're good. You have nothing to worry about. Do you not understand the level of confidence I have in that? Why do you think I walk how I walk? I do everything how I do it. Because I believe that, and it's real. And my life experience and anybody I've known, it's the same. Anybody who corrects, you turn around after genuinely knowing you're on the wrong road, all you did was lose a little bit of time, nothing else. But if you continue to barrel down, then it's, oh, God knows what happens. So yeah, bro, the wisdom is shown through your deeds and good work. And I think all of you have wisdom that shows up, whether you think so or not, even in your failure. But the foolishness shows up too. And you gotta be real about it. And if it's in your way, bro, just turn around. No, nothing. I'm not saying feel bad. I'm not saying apologize. Nothing. Just turn. That's it, baby. So beautiful, honestly, artistic. Just turn, bro. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is move. Just turn. Just go. Lean the other way. That's it. That's it. Take the anxiety, take the pressure. You overthinking it. That's no good. I go back. That's no good. Turn. That's it. Straight up, bro. Make it easy. Don't deal with the other bullshit, bro. MP's ripping. Should have got more. All right. So now, here's where it gets good. Are you guys ready? That was just the intro. I know. That's just the intro, boys. So I don't know how you're going to feel about this. But yeah. And yes, this one's going to relate to... this relates to what we were doing with yesterday. And I was telling you how it's there. Zen time? Why would you think that, sir? I'm sorry. I'm going to do it again. So so during Philo, do you think I want to hear Zen time? Do you think it's good for your brother? Why did you say that? Why? Why Zen time? What about turning to the right way made you mental clarity? So you turned to a pouch for mental clarity. So Zen is proven for mental clarity. That's why. So you think that's good? You think that's good? Should we give that to everybody? Do you have kids? I'm going to give it to my nephew today then. I'm going to make sure. I'm going to be like, it's proven for mental clarity, son. Why? Why is that on your heart? Why do you want to say that to people? Why do you want them to know that? And you were just acting like you're paying attention to Philo. But why does the Zen go through with no barrier? Think about it. In your mind, you have let Zen be okay. I haven't said it's okay or wrong. I'm just asking you why. Because it has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Zen has you locked into Philo? You sure? Be careful. Because you know what they say, and this is a good example. This is why every time when I ask you guys why, and I hear some of these answers, you just got to be careful. Because there's a very big, this verse always scared me. Because it says, imagine if the darkness you have, if you think it's light, and if the lightness you have is really dark, you know, how deep that hole would truly be. That verse terrifies me. But I want you to think about it. And think about these things that we allow so easily. Why? No, for real, bro. It's kind of crazy. So think about it. But yeah, that's unacceptable, sir. During Philo. And all of you, I need you to realize a lot of this stuff. Because this is the subtle shit that is tearing people apart. And I don't think you realize what you do to others. You're like, what, Josh? What do you mean? All I did was say this. Because, bro, you haven't been there? I have. I've been so addicted. I've sat at a computer and I saw somebody just talk about my addiction and it got me to relapse. No? Every time y'all pump these plays, pump your bad habits and behavior, and you want me to let you tie it in as a Philo-enhancing drug? Do you see what I'm saying? Be careful. You gotta know what's light and what's not, bro. And what is on your heart and what you need to say with it. Because it's real, bro. Alright? And y'all don't realize it, bro. This is what I'm so happy about, too. Because every time, bro, like, every time you do something good in life, for real, bro, every time you give water to that person who needs it, every time you help encourage somebody, bro, that's why, bro, next time you see someone in the chat struggling, just encourage. Be genuine, bro. And I know sometimes you make little jokes, but it's like, you got to think about it. Bro, every time you do something good, it causes a ripple effect. And God knows the ripple effect. He looking down, bro. He's smiling. Because you cheer that person up, bro. They go on and they cheer it up. Then it leads to their child. And then you don't even know, bro. The good starts a chain reaction. And the Lord rejoices. The angels rejoice. But then also vice versa. The same thing happens negatively. That's what I'm saying, bro. The same thing. You joking around. We joke. We treat it lightly, whatever. But then it causes one person to do this. And you don't know. And then they're going to be angry at their kids. And then they're going to go here. And then they're going to be mad. Then then they scan. Then they this. And then it starts a chain reaction. Meanwhile, you know who's smiling? It's not God. That's why they say it breaks his heart. Because I see it. I get it now. We all broadcasting something every day, whether you realize it or not. Look at your phone, bro. You send an email. You don't see an email go. It's a broadcast, dog. Your brain, your whole body broadcast. You are broadcasting. You send out the message. All of you. So, what are you saying? What are you sending? Are you being used to broadcast something? What is it? Think about it. But yeah, that was just the intro. So good. And this relates to yesterday, Chad. I love it. I have another little challenge for you. Yesterday, you needed to write it down. Yesterday was your commission for some of you. It's time. I told you, bro, you got to do it. But everybody, there's a time in every man's journey where the planning must come to an end and the proving must begin. Do you all understand? I don't know if this sounds cliche or not, but you need to realize the truth of this. There is a time to plant, there is a time to harvest. My brother, there is a time where planning, preparation, the investment, right? The seed, the nurture, there is that time for real. And some people blow it. Like that's why you see it. That's where some of you're going to do better than your peers because you did plan and you did prepare. Amen. But guess what? That window closes eventually. And this is where some of you are going to need to learn because you could get stuck in here. That's why you never notice very smart, prepared people, but that's all they were. Think about it. That's all they were. They were smart. They were prepared. They know everything about the topic. They're prepared, but they stuck in that stage. Be careful. I hope by today, I could get some of y'all moving. We must do it. There is now the time where you must prove. Again, apply. Practice. Practical. Put it in motion, baby. So, I need you to get this. This is why we are stressing the standard, the rules, the process, all of it. And you got to take it seriously. You have to take your wisdom and the deed showing up seriously. Again, I've been saying you just need to believe so we could walk up to the door and open it. There's too many men, they don't believe the door is even there. And they're not even walking. So I'm just telling you right now. There is no more waiting for the moment. There is no more theory, I don't care. I hope all of you, by the end of all of this, you need alignment. I need you aligned with your goal and your creator to the point that no doubt can even follow you. I doubt you guys. I get doubt. I have fear. I have all the things, but I'm telling you, I have something bigger. My God in my direction. You need the same. Do you hear me? You need to know. I need you so aligned with your goal and your creator that when the opportunity is there, you jump. Not theorize, not plan, not wait for the moment, not disguise doubt as caution. Call it whatever you want. But this is going to be the egg must crack. Remember, you must become the bird. You remember this. Oh, come on, guys. What happens? What happens if the egg never hatches? Amen. That's what I'm saying. Disguise is caution, because if you actually prepare, you were being cautious in your preparation. So you already prepared and you were on it there. What do you mean what are you being cautious about when the opportunity is right in front of you? That's doubt. That's hesitation. There is no hesitation. At least if you want it. So Chad, I have something for you today. I'm serious. And some of you, if you do this in truth, I think it could change your life. And I think you'll realize it. And I think some of you will not be able to do this, sadly. Do you want me to tell you, or should I just go? I could end it now. I've already talked for a lot. Are you up for it? Okay. The next 7 days, from now until next Thursday, next Friday, Junior, you have a challenge. For the next 7 days, I need you to take every single action, thought, every time you're bold in heaven. I just need you to imagine as if heaven is watching you. This is an audit from heaven. I don't think you guys can do this. Some of you will not. Some of you will never look back if you complete this. I swear to you. You have no idea. This is an audit from heaven. The next 7 days, heaven is watching you. I need this in your mind. Every action, every thought, every bold move, every hesitation, every interaction with the person, every message, every little fake account you have, everything. It's heaven, right? I need you to imagine as if you're being watched. Okay? Are you really ready to do this? That's the question. Heaven is asking. This is why they're auditing you. They're going to look at all of this. Does this align with what you said of who you are, what I will build, and all of that? If heaven was watching you after your declaration, would it line up or not? That's what I'm saying. Are you going to is heaven, I don't know when you wake up, bro. That's what I'm saying. You guys even lie about stuff? I don't know. Heaven does. Go lie to me, lie to the world, lie to everybody. You can't lie to yourself and God. So I love the Creator. Why do you think I keep telling you it's you and your Creator? You can't lie to him, bro. Go ahead, be politically correct with me. Go do this. Don't tell, oh, you're so good. Oh, I'm sure. Go ahead, but you can't with him. Who you going? You can't run away. Come on. You know, that's what I'm saying. Are you giving it? If heaven is, I need you to imagine heaven watching you for the next 7 days. A real watching you, every action. When you wake up, how you behave when you wake up, what are you turning to? Heaven's writing the scouting report. They're like, all right, well, he talks a big game. He woke up at 9 a.m. His first play after waking up, he does go to the bed. He opens up his Instagram right away. Interesting. He checks his ex-girlfriend's Instagram and then he proceeds to scroll. As he doom scrolls, he then gets pissed off for the rest of the day. Neglecting his body, he then goes on to go to the restroom. After going in the restroom, do you get what I'm saying? They write, it's a scouting report on you. He said he's gonna do this, and then boom. The next 7 days, heaven is watching you. Are you really ready? That's why I said it earlier today. Rise early. You tell heaven I'm on a mission. You tell heaven this is what I am. I'm here for this. And then heaven look at you. Will they see that? You rise early, bro. I shouldn't have to explain this. You know that? You should rise early and not negotiate with sleep. You're saying, should I chase my dream? Should I live my destiny? Or should I rest a little? Oh, come on. Do you get it? I said it this morning. Thank you to the veterans. You know how many times I've shouted out at the veterans and some dickhead had the audacity to say, why do we shout at the veterans? Why do we give them, what do they do? What have they done to me in the mind? You fucking idiot. Do you think these men ever negotiated with their mission? Do you think that any of them, as they took on their oath and commitment, served this country, do you think any of them negotiated with sleep? You you sleep whenever you want. You wake up whenever you want. You give yourself your own commandment and you doing whatever you want. Meanwhile, there's a portion of America that said, for my fellow brother, I will not negotiate with sleep. I will not negotiate with danger. I will not negotiate even with my own opinion, and I will serve what I have chosen to submit to. Y'all don't get it, bro. You see why I respect it so much? You need it. Y'all acting like it's just one thing. So amen, veterans. I love you and thank you. You see why I look at men who did that. They did that before I even read a book trying to get the idea to do it. Amen. Oh, we're such... You see, I already know we're dust, bro. And look at how we are. You're being audited by heaven. What do you mean you gotta negotiate with sleep? The man on commission, the man who has been called, he knows where he is going. He is planning for the movement. You rise early and you sleep or you get ready for the next. God willing, if he gonna give us another one, we gonna be ready for it. You see what I'm saying? Come on. Wait, what is this? White House reading letter. Trump had swelling in lower legs. Revealed chronic venous insufficiency, benign condition, results within normal limits, normal cardiac function, minor bruising on hand, consistent with frequent handshaking. Oh, damn, they're reading Trump's health letter right now. I kind of want to hear it. Hold on.
And other crypto spending, so I was just wondering if you could comment on those.
Oh, no,
Sure.
they're back
Well,
to the
the
crypto. All right. I was like, I want to hear that. What do you mean bruising on his hands from handshaking? The fuck? He's got a bad case of deal hand. It's a chronic condition. It's called deal hand. That's what we call it. You know tennis elbow? There's tennis elbow and then there's deal hand. I made a lot of deals. Got a lot more to do. So, you're being watched, Chad, by heaven. Are you guys gonna do this? I'm being dead serious. I'll see if you could do this for 7 days. You know that? I need you. That's what are you on a mission or not? Think about all the philos I've given you, man. You know this. You hear this. You don't get it? You don't? The man on the mission, you rise early. You don't negotiate with sleep. That's it. You said, I am this, right? You said it yesterday. You wrote it down, some of you. You literally wrote, you declared it. You made the commandment to yourself and your creator. You vowed it. I see you're not looking for permission anymore. You understand, right? That's why you don't hesitate in the prepare stage. Stop looking for it. You need to move that you as if you already have authority. There is no delay. There is no debate. This is what I said and commanded and vowed. I'm going to do it. Can you do that? 7 days minimum. Like I'm saying, bro, some of you, you're even telling me, you're like, I won't be scared. Well, let me ask you this. What would you do if you weren't scared? That's the answer. The answer isn't stop being this. No, tell me what you're going to do. Don't tell me what you're going to stop. Don't debate with me on this. There's no bargaining. What is it you are going to do? Do you see it? You don't need permission. Like I'm saying, you need to start thinking with the authority that God has already given all of you. I need you to genuinely drop everything, surrender right now, and I need you to drop all barriers. And I really, truly want you to imagine, what is it you see yourself doing if you had no limitation? If there wasn't this, I know houses are expensive. If it wasn't that, if this, just remove everything. If it was impossible to fail, what would it be? That's what you need to do. Do you see what I'm saying? You are not seeking permission. You are moving every day as if you already have been given the authority, because you have been. That's why you don't need a delay. When the moment's there, oh, we should debate. No. This is what I said. This is what I command. This is the vow between me and my creator. It's there. I don't think you guys are going to do this. I think those of you who do this at day 7, if you actually do what I'm telling you and really simulate this and act as if heaven is watching you and align it, your life will change. You won't go back to you before. I promise you that. You won't go back to who you were prior. But why I keep saying I don't think you guys will do it? Because most won't even make it to the 3rd day. You know why? Because this is a very honest test. It reveals with no excuses or there's no settling. Do you not get it? That's why I keep telling you. Tell me what it is. Not, oh, if I wasn't this, I just got to stop acting like, no. What is it? There's no debate. There is no excuses. There is no opportunity to settle for less in this exercise of your command and then your audit by heaven. There's no room for excuse. It's honest. This is what I said. This is what I want. And then this is how I behave for it. Do you see? So this is what you should be looking for. By day 7, if you actually audit yourself to your mission, your command, your vow, and you actually, I say, if heaven was watching me at every corner, ask yourself about your energy. By day number 7, how is your energy? How was it before or not? When it comes to your goal, is your energy scattered or is it very sharp? Come on, you guys. You don't think it's weird? I've been here every day, every morning. Like I said, they stopped asking if I was on drugs. You know why, right? I have energy. You know why I have energy? This is what I commanded. It's exactly what I wanted to do. Do you see what I'm saying? You need to, you align. Do you see why I'm saying, what did I say? You align yourself. You align yourself to the point where no doubt or anything will ever catch up to you. It doesn't mean you're going to be foolish, but you are aligned. That's why is your energy aligns with your mission. It aligns with your command, with your vow. Or is your energy scattered? Day number 3, day 7. One day I'm this, one day I'm that. I feel good here, then I don't feel good. Sharp energy. I'll do the same thing every day. I'll still go to the gym. I'll still go to this. Why? Your energy. Or you want a mission, your energy will be sharp. You think I have unbelievable energy? You all have unbelievable energy. You just got to have your mission. You need to align yourself with what you were created to be and watch the energy you have. Tell me you tired. You won't. God is good, bro. Our bodies are amazing. Your life, bro, you could do everything. You see what I'm saying? But again, are you aligned with your mission? You see why I'm telling all of you, stop doing things you hate? You're going to be tired your whole life if you do that. Because you're not aligned. You're not aligning yourself with what you want, what you even think your creator is, or what that would desire from you, let alone aligning yourself with all of that. No. What do you think's going to happen? It's scattered. The next thing, day 7, I need you to ask this. I need you to notice, what would the angel put on your scouting report about your speech? Energy is number 1. Number 2 is speech. Serious. Do you choose words that build your mission, or do you choose words that betray your mission? What are they going to write? What does your scouting report say? Google's popping. They were flushing earlier. And Apple. You get it? What's the angel going to say? He says he is going to complete a good work, yet he chooses to only talk about sin. He chooses to only talk about the failures in his life. He only chooses to talk about everything he didn't. You're betraying your mission with your tongue. Are you kidding me? Or is your speech building up what you say? Does the words you choose, does it align with what you already wrote? Does it align with everything you're doing? Do your words build on to your belief and vow, or do they betray it? It's funny, bro. We keep talking about this so subtly, and it comes up. The next one is obedience. Your scouting report. What does it say about obedience? This one's big, bro. Did you obey the inner voice? Did you obey your inner command? Or did you talk yourself out of it again? Let's be real. This is what I do. Obedience. You said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to live like this. Did you obey it? You know when you were doing something, you know, right? You weren't supposed to do it, bro. Because you had the voice tell you. Bro, do you not realize every mistake I've made in my life? I can remember having a thought not to do it before. That was the voice. I took my own will and I overpowered it. I was like, I don't think I should be here right now. I don't think I should gamble on that. I don't think I should be around these people. I had the thought. But then I came in with another thought and said, I'm doing it. I used my will. Ironically, I used my freedom to bind me, but that's another topic. You get what I'm saying? You need to obey the inner voice. The more you obey it, the stronger it gets. The more you learn to trust it. Your obedience, your intuition, bro. We all know, bro. I keep reminding you. Over the next 7 days, I want you to observe. Observe that inner voice. The inner voice trying to keep the command in obedience. Do you overpower it? Do you talk yourself out of it or not? So do you want the last one? On the scouting report, this is going to be the last thing the angel will report about you by watching every action of yours over the next 7 days. Think about it. Posture. Chest to the sun, baby. Serious. Did your posture reflect a man who has already accepted the crown or one who is still waiting for applause? Wow. You're going to have to ask yourself this by the end of it. I've been trying to ask some of y'all this. Do you understand that? Does your posture reflect a man who has already accepted the crown or one who is still waiting for applause? Act as if, bro. You're not seeking permission. But again, some of you waiting. Your posture, have you accepted the, bro, I'm telling you. I told all of you a couple weeks ago, I said, God will give you everything I have plus some. You think I have something special, you're being lied to. You're being fooled. They trying to call me a prop. Anything is a cat, bro. We all could have it. We could 1000x everything in here. Do you accept it or not? Some of you do, some of you don't. That's the key. What does your posture reflect? Did you already accept you're in the kingdom, in the family or not? Or are you still deep down waiting on something? And then hold on, I gotta take a call right now. This is terrible. Philo, important call. BRB.
Swelling in his legs, is
Yes, sir.
it causing him any discomfort? How are you treating it?
Nope. No discomfort from the president at all, and you probably all see that on a day-to-day basis. He's working around the clock. As for the treatments, I can defer to the president's physician, and we'll get you this letter. I think it will answer all your questions.
There are reports that a Chinese-born banker who works in Atlanta for Wells Fargo is being prevented from leaving China. Has the president, is he going to bring this up with President Xi? Are you aware of the case?
I'm not aware of the case, but I'm sure our National Security Council team is. Steve will get you some answers on that. Kristen.
Thank you, Caroline. 2 questions. So the first is that President Trump said that the Attorney General only gave him a brief overview of what was in these Epstein files. Does he have knowledge or an understanding of what is in the files related to Epstein that have not been released?
Not to my knowledge, and that's a question for the Attorney General, as I said, and the President has told the Attorney General if they have any more credible evidence, they should release it.
Is that evidence, would she have to run that by the President before she released it?
I don't think so. He said if she has any more credible evidence, she should release it.
You're on.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Go ahead, yes.
Great. Thank you, Caroline. 2 questions. One, today.
And you can go ahead, Andrew. Don't worry.
Today, tens of thousands of folks are rallying nationwide to honor the legacy of Congressman John Lewis. Meanwhile, Republicans in Texas reportedly are working to redraw congressional maps at President Trump's urging. How is President Trump reconciling his call to action for Texas Republicans with the legacy of Representative John Lewis?
I'm not quite sure how the two things are related. I think the president would agree that John Lewis served our country for many, many years. It has nothing to do with the redistricting efforts that are currently underway by Texas Republicans to add seats to their legislature. They have the right to do that. The president spoke to the congressmen and women who serve the great state of Texas about it, but it's up to them and it's up to their legislature to get that approved.
And Carol,
Go ahead.
the second question. And
Go
does
ahead.
the president support the Justice Department's request for just 1 day in jail for the officer convicted of Breonna Taylor's killing? And what message does he believe that sends to her family and the other families seeking justice in cases of police violence?
I haven't talked to the president about that case. Go ahead.
Just the president, when the president met the interim president of Syria a couple of months ago, he described him as a young, tough, attractive guy. After the latest clashes in Syria over the last few days, does President Trump still support Syria's interim president?
The president still supports Syria's pathway to a peaceful and prosperous country, and you received an update directly from the Secretary of State on the ongoing situation between Syria and Israel. I spoke to him myself this morning to get an update, and as soon as the United States became involved in this conflict, we were able to de-escalate, de-conflict. That seems to be continuing. Syria agreed to draw back their troops that were in the area where that clash was ongoing, and we continue to be very actively monitoring the situation. The president wants to see Syria become a prosperous and stable country, and by the lifting of the sanctions on Syria, he's giving them a real chance to do that, and he wants to see that through. Andrew, go ahead.
So on Tuesday, the president told a very detailed story about his uncle, noted scientist John Trump, and Theodore Kaczynski, the late Unabomber. He said that Dr. Trump taught Ted Kaczynski. Ted Kaczynski was not identified as the Unabomber until 1996, 11 years after John Trump passed away. It would have been impossible for John Trump to have ever discussed the Unabomber with the president. So what was he talking about? And I have one follow-up.
Andrew, with so many issues going on in the world, I'm a little bit surprised you would ask such a question, although I'm not sometimes coming from you, I will say, but I'm willing to give you an answer. Nevertheless, the president's uncle did, in fact, teach at MIT. He was a very intelligent professor. The president's very proud of his family. In fact,
I don't know what this is,
the president has a letter from his uncle on the
Back to Philo. My bad. That was weird. Dude, 2 days in a row, I got a phone call during Philo. This weird, man. Everybody, what's up, man? May the Lord be with y'all. The show must go on. Praise God. Amen. So, like I was telling you, man, I think we've gone over a lot. And I think all of you are blessed. And like I said, I think at this point, I look forward to all of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look forward to all of us living in the kingdom, both here and after. You know what? I look for all of us should be owning all of the land and being good and gracious and all. You see what I'm saying? All of us should be wise. All of us should have the knowledge, both seen and unseen. What are we talking about? As one. You know that? I've been telling you. And that's why it is. Does your posture reflect a man who has already accepted the crown, or one who is still waiting on applause? Are you I'll take the crown once I get this, once this happened, no, bro. Right now. That's faith. Tell me if that's what you are doing right now. You're saying yes. Again, this is your challenge. This is between you and your creator. So if you don't understand what this whole thing does, by the end of your audit, by day 7, whether you do it or not, whether you can make it or not, like I said, it's very honest. There's no room for excuse. You know why? Because if you were the king, the prince, and you had the crown, there's no, you're either the king or you're not. You either have the crown or you don't. There's no excuse. There's no bargaining. You're either in the kingdom or you're not. You either rule the kingdom or you're not. So what are we saying? It's very straightforward. And it's very honest. Are you living up to your calling? This whole thing by day 7, it should measure the gap between the man who you were and who you were meant to be. You said, I'm this is my command. If there is a gap in the energy, the speech, the obedience, the posture, why? You are called to greatness. All of you. Accept the calling. But like I'm saying, man, by day 7, bro, you do this, some of you will never go back. Because you have accepted the crown. That's the bridge. This is the bridge between where you were and what you must live as continually. Told you, the gate is closing. This is the bridge. You now need to connect your destiny to who you are right now. Oh, they don't feel me, bro. Do you understand? I don't know how many more Philos I could give you, bro. I don't know how many ways I could explain this to you. You gotta bridge this. Do you see what the future you, the current you, we gotta connect it. It's not gonna, until you start until you say, I need to connect it. Until you make the conscious command and connection and start doing it and living up to it and laying down the work, bro. It's not, we got to. Like I'm saying, you either accept the crown or you don't. It's truly, you go back in the context of this, there's no one, you can't accept the crown and be halfway. You're the king, or you're not. You all have a destiny. Get it in motion. Instead of, like, I want the destiny. You see the gap. Wouldn't we all say there's a gap between where we are now and what we see, what we want, all that? Think about it. You weren't supposed to just sit there doing nothing. You know this call. You got to live up to it now. Build the bridge. The kingdom is yours, baby. Amen. So, yeah, man. Like I said, I don't know how many ways I could explain this. I hope you get it as soon as possible, because I'm excited. And like I said, this is everybody. This is why I say there's no prophets, dude. You know, God, there's people and God will use people. Amen, bro. But none, you don't need anybody. You and your creator. And God, man, just imagine. Because I see what he's done in my life and other people's lives. I know it. That's why I'm saying, bro, we all could tap into it. That's an exciting, I look forward to it. Like I told you a couple months, I look forward to meeting some of y'all. I look forward to meeting the other person at the end of that bridge. Oh, it's going to be great. So amen, bro. But let's go. And like we talked about, even with the debt stuff, bro, there ain't no easy way, no matter what, in good or in bad. And we going to have to grind, bro. It'll take its time, but oh, the recompense for the reward. So let the wisdom prove yourself right too through your deeds. And Chad, take that one to the bank. That is your philosophy, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you guys are subscribed. We're live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. Drop your thumbs up on the video. You're on mobile, press hot chat, exit the chat, hit the thumbs up. Second link, nightly watches, main channel. Thank you. Good. I like clarity. I'm here for clarity everywhere. I like clarity a lot. Ironically, I didn't like PNC at first because I was like, why do I have to read post-nut clarity every time? And then he was always a nice guy and he was good. And I was like, he's legit. I like him. And then I'm like, and then clarity in the word comes up so much now. And it's so valuable. I love clarity and it's very important. And I think we've been robbed of it in many ways. So, and that's why I'm stomping out anything that's not clear. Amen. Amen. So on that note, where is my uncle?
call, baby. Hey. Yeah. Ask me if I'm holding stocks, please don't be ridiculous. I was holding shit and buying dips, you were a little kid. All I want is ownership, but I still put a limit in. No matter if you young, you could always use a dividend. Know you want the money, I suggest you do not rush with it. Deals aren't plans, make sure you don't fall in love with it. You ain't never saved, by the second month you double it. Trading foreign currencies, I don't need a dub on it. I don't need a translator, nod my head and run with it. Mama always said, never marry but have fun with it. Mama said that's wrong, but deep down I always fuck with it. If you don't like my plan, do your thing, I wish you luck with it. Why they call me fan, but I don't see them at the holidays. Say that you're a man, but on the internet you talking gay. Go ahead, you could cancel me, but don't act like you ever pay. You look dumb as fuck if only one of us is playing charades. Stop asking what I mean, bitch, that wasn't a parable. Just because they copied me don't mean that we're comparable. You support the phony, that just means your judgment terrible. An iPhone in your hands, you're a narc, that's a wearable. Didn't buy the stock, it was down, right in front of you. Didn't say I lost, my account looked like a W. You don't got the long term, it's hard for me to fuck with you. If you can't pay yourself, then I wouldn't put my trust in you. Fuck it, dude. Hold my dick, I won't hold my tongue. Remember they were talking shit about Amazon when I was young. Oh wait, they did the same, it was Meta right in front of them. Think they'd have a little bit of shame from always looking dumb. Nah, they on a diet and it's humble pie. It's 2025, you could kick it, you ain't gotta lie. Made $1 million buying value, I don't buy the hype. My girl is really classy, all you ratchet bitches not my type. Why? They don't buy it till it reached the high. You picked the right thing, but you also picked an awful time. You would be surprised how making money make you fall behind. Maybe I offended, but that doesn't mean I told a lie. Wow, you really like it when they lie to you, ignoring all the things you hear, denying what the eye produce. Helpful isn't friendly if they helping you to tie the noose. You teach them how to steal your money every time you live and lose. Damn, I won't lie, my mama taught me that. Whoever sold you all those courses, you should probably take it back. It's all a bunch of bullshit, you would learn more if they told you that. I know you know the truth, so you still got time to go to that. It's a cult, baby. Yeah, Boston Chris, they said a crash. I kept the band, so Lambo cash. I kept it cool, was moving fast. I came with nothing left with the bag. You should do the math, I ain't pulling back. I'm pulling up, you pulling that. I double down, then double day. I changed the plan, I don't fuck with that. Nah, this should be your motivation. Balance, growth, and values. I ain't talking about it, stop rotation. Price is going up, but that ego also got inflation. Told you it was tough, but it's different when you finally face it. Take it, fuck complacent, get your patience. If it reset what you making, cause it hasn't taken place. And when it does, you can't replay it. So I hope them words you saying don't come back to harm you later. This a vicious game we playing, but we in it though. Put me in the dictionary and that's the fucking getting it, bro. Please don't get it twisted, that's the man who leaving when we's broke. I just kept it simple, nothing special, just the shit we sown. Tell me why you bitching, everybody giving 24. So use it wisely, it's surprising how much time they waste despising. That could really tilt the balance or could kill you at the margins. Beg your pardon, I ain't never beg, I planned it and I got it. Long time Luka Doncic with the options, I'm Giannis. Feel like Jokic with the passes, I'm a holder, you a talker. Getting older and I'm wiser, I can run it like Elijah. You can't tell me that I heat it if you've never been through fire. Whoa, I'm the favorite to the yes before a favorite. You got motive, not no motivation. Stop with all the faking, thought I told you. When I'm finished, then you gonna hear me say it. They can't do it how I done it, they still tryna make the payments. So fuck it up, yeah, that's the plan. I ain't watching them, I watch the end. I show the top, then buy again. Some love the top, some play to win. I love the work, they love to spend. They love the rest, love folding hands. They love the clap, they need the friends. I ain't need the shit. Been with nothing, I ain't fearing it. You ain't need the love when you in love with it. Made $1 million, I gave all of it. Y'all play the kid, I ain't faking shit. I claim the shit, I called that, I made the grip. Ain't fall off, but I can slip if I stop now. Still leaving rich. Long term. It's a call, baby. Hey. Yeah. Ask me if I'm holding stocks, please don't be ridiculous. I was holding shit and buying dips, you were a little kid. All I want is ownership, but I still put a limit in. No matter if you young, you could always use a dividend. Know you want the money, I suggest you do not rush with it. Deals aren't plans, make sure you don't fall in love with it. If you you ain't never saved. By the second month you double it. Trading foreign currencies, I don't need a dub on it. I don't need a translator, nod my head and run with it. I'ma always say.
Yeah, bro, my bad. I was trying to get this thing playing. I'm on the phone, so please hold.
Please, allow me to show you something.
Check me, man. It's a cop. 2020, baby. Straight up, man. I just hope you in the game. Yeah. I ain't seen this in a minute. I ain't seen this in a while. Seeing like this a little different. No meaning to the word on viral. Thinking that the Chinese did it. Or maybe we started the virus. Maybe they want you divided. Maybe they profit off fighting. I ain't seen this in a minute. I ain't seen this in a while. Seeing like this a little different. No meaning to the word on viral. Thinking that the Chinese did it. Or maybe we started the virus. Maybe they want you divided. Maybe they profit off fighting. Yeah, this one different. You should listen. Take a minute. Cause in seconds, people tripping. Fed decisions. Reminiscing of the time we saw this last. Not in a crash, but in collapse. Not contained across the map. First the strain and then the grab. Damn. This is the system deflating. But this coming off as inflation. That's why the dollar's still strengthened. The money ain't moving the dollar. But you made your mind up real quick. Cause when the 3 month on the fall, that's when you don't buy the dip. Ay, so what I'm on though? Break it in two. Feast in the famine. The cycle ain't no. That's just a view. It could be your way, yeah. It could be your two. It could be your plotting. It could be a coup. Either way, I know I'm gonna get through. I got some armor and I got the tools. I'm playing patience, then I make a move. I ain't been a bear in a minute. I ain't been a bull in a while. I ain't feel them in a minute. All of these bitches got bias. Your attitude or your prices. Chill when you what? But I feel when you negative. Millions of dollars won't make you a better man. Should be a way that the way that I'm. I ain't seen this in a minute. I ain't seen this in a while. Seem like this a little different. No meaning to the word gone viral. Thinking that the Chinese did it. Or maybe we started the virus. Maybe they want you divided. Maybe they profit off fighting. I ain't seen this in a minute. I ain't seen this in a while. Seem like this a little different. No meaning to the word gone viral. Thinking that the Chinese did it. Or maybe we started the virus. Maybe they want you divided. Maybe they profit off fighting. God bless y'all. It's a cop. Yeah. Ones that love me the most, they never seen me. So you tell me what that mean. Make a slick comment, get clap on stream. Business again, need some C-well change. Got dreams, talking imitate things. Solomon, David get to seize of his things. I don't like favorites, boy, they all expect things. They don't got patience like a bad MD. They don't mean, but they paid that fee. And when the boy snap it, then they grab it as cheap. He never fall back, just don't go fast, G. I made a lot of money, ain't happen overreacting. Made a lot of money, it happens to be distracting. Made a lot of people that have them always acting. Know the answer to their question, but they still go ask me. Ashley, remember when they didn't love me last year? I ain't throwing shade, they living in my shadow. How you getting paid when you ain't giving value? Bring the fuel later, tell the wood to give you fat. Child, why your money don't sit on the nine? I'ma get my buckets even if they fail. You could wear my kids, but couldn't do a mile. Throw me to the woods, I come back with a smile. I'm often overlooked, but that's so good for battle. Remember when they told me God ain't good for business? But I can smile in a Honda Hover Bentley. She bad as fuck, wearing Target, that's offended. Ain't go to church, but the Lord is always with me. Hey, I hit South Beach and I like that freedom. Hit LA, get the check, then leaving. I'm up 6 a.m. Yes, I'm scheming, check the play, I streaming. Please don't play with your boy. Seen some things that could break a divorce. I mean one thing when I made me a choice. I'm gonna live in peace and I ain't fear anymore. Nah, hey red boy, but I got big dreams. Inshallah, I kill him out of B. I'll tell him I have bitty, I'ma buy her anything. I told her Miss Skillet when she asked for property. I don't love the money, I won't even charge a fee. But you can pay a little if you ask a lot for me. I got a couple killers and they down to ride for me. They own a couple bidders, they won't even charge a fee. How you motherfuckers play about me? Making more money than playing for South Beach. Wake up in the lane, I trade to Wall Street. Hey, when they complain, they get in the cold feet. Always in the game, my OG. Wasn't waiting to make it to save and go and buy things. They was hating, I'm changing, I know they didn't like me. Couldn't take it, was waiting when money wasn't I reach. I'ma take it, I'm patient, you know the game is timing. I need payments and statements to get my shit in writing. Hesitation and waiting, the reason you declining. Meditation and praise, the reason why I'm rising. One comes up and one comes down. Started with one, but the shit compact. We was looking dumb, but we look good now. Before she hit me up, she gon' Google me. Ones that love me the most, ain't never seen me. So you tell me what that mean. Make a slick comment, get clap on stream. Bitch, this a game, this will see well things. Got dreams, talking MK things. Solomon, David get to seize of his things. I don't like favors, boy, they all expect things. They don't got patience like a bad MD. It's a talk, baby. Amen.
And I thought about, man, that this story
Mexico, baby. Yeah. Hey, listen up. I won't say this shit again. You don't really love yourself. The flesh ain't your friend. I done seen the best band, best friends turn pretend. The little wind could change the trend. The little air could mean the end. I ain't doing shrooms. Life already tripped me out. Thinking about the little things and how it made me different now. Little bit of scripture bring me problems and they brought me out. Fearing about the future, only time you fear of missing out. Past ain't the present, but we say that it's a gift. That's ironic, that's like calling for murder to bring the peace. I heard that you don't agree. You heard it but didn't see. You learned it but wasn't free. The news a monopoly. Apart from these parting seas, my partner, please don't pardon me. I'm on the love for all my bras. I fucking love you, kill them all. Save a 10 of every dollar. Think the future, not tomorrow. What you do, not who you are, but how you move set you apart. Demons keep on knocking, but like Powell, I'm gonna close the door. People keep on talking, I just really wish they listen more. Born alone, die alone, don't care if you don't like me, bro. Enough of being core, I know you know there's more than just the world. Love what I create, so it don't matter if you hate. You can learn a lot in life, but you'll never know the day. Karma or a judgment, either way we meet in fate. And they say revenge is sweet, but at least we eatin' steak. Lord bless the meal. No, I ain't been meek enough. Sometimes I ain't been speaking up. My eyes would lie when seeking them. I died 100 times, but I'm alive, is why I'm preaching them. I know it's by design, but I can't lie. I feel I'm free to love. Forgive me if I overshit, but why the hell you over here? I move my people over there. Been around the world and I seen lots, but I ain't seen it fair. The ones that's always listening, the same ones saying they don't care. Nah.
Just close the door. Close the door.
Imitate. If the flesh worth the pound, then the yen is for your head. Good until I cancel it, you feel it or it's dead. Think I'm colorblind, my screen is only green and red. Seeing dollar signs, praying I'm not disillusioned. My word has been sterling, the world keep turning. Their words sound loony, the truth needs returning. Ironically, the businessman is found at burning. Being frank, I stopped feeling bad when they stopped learning. Truth back, some of y'all should turn the track down. Flip the script, I'm not the ghost, I'm the fucking Pac-Man. Let you little kids play, time to hand it back now. You saw me never sell a stack, you think I'll really back down? Tell me how that bias going, why is mine overflowing? Showing it through the show and growing like the things you know I'm owning. Over all the hoe and all the smoke they blowing, can't condone. Make a good choice about the things you hold in. A stock on my nuts, tell the block run it up. I gave them 2 more, they only asked for a deluxe. I made another line turn, they told me double up. You want me to keep going, sounds already did enough. I'm not even that tough, I call God, I don't gotta call they bluff. How they all talk, but they still not speaking up. How you think I'm gonna respond when your fist is balled up? Lost the battle, won the war. Wanted more, but got the morgue. I was sure I wasn't sure. That's a window or a door. Knock it down and praise the Lord. That's the bottom, that's the floor. Yeah, I called it all before. I got the numbers, check the score. That's a meta, that's a Netflix. Somebody please hit the horn. From the moment I was born, I could notice how they scorn. But I focused on the Lord.
That's it, bro. That's it. Yeah, my bad, bro. My bad. That was way too much uncle, bro. That was way too much uncle, bro. My bad. I had to do the phone calls, dude. What's going on, bro? Like yesterday during Philo, even my girl told me that, bro. She was like, I'm very surprised you answered yesterday. And I was like, yeah, you don't call me during that time. That's why I answered. She was like, I thought you never answer. And I'm like, yeah, you never call me at fucking 11 a.m. Or I'm like, what do you mean, bro? So, yeah, and now today, bro, I feel bad. I was telling you guys I was going to fuck with you on the property, but like, oh, I don't know, man. Maybe we aren't meant to get a compound. I don't know, bro. We got work, bro. We got work to do still. Right when you think the work is done, see, it never ends. It never ends, which is good. I kind of expected that. But what up, baby? No, my bad. I'm sorry it took so long. But did I miss anything? I don't think anything went down too crazy. Yeah, I know you had that Google News right when I left. From the moment I was born. Song, the flute? I don't know. I wasn't here. There's one. The Lord will provide, indeed. Indeed. Am I playing Netflix? No. Comcast raising Peacock by $3 a month. Oh yeah, Boeing was going up. I mean, Netflix, everybody, I don't know, everyone's flirting with the idea of the split. But other than that, I think that's the only real catalyst. They may do good, but they've already done good, and the bar is high. It kind of reminds me of a bank stock, as odd as that may sound. You know, even though Netflix is pretty sensitive to these reports. So we'll see, but I'm more so, I would be more interested after a big decline. So no Father's Farm? I don't know. We're working on it, bro. I'm technically still in escrow. We should have closed a couple days ago, but we are not closed yet. And then we're still running into snags. So we'll get there, maybe. At this, I am a little bit doubtful, but I've always been doubtful. I've been telling you guys. I was saying we need to get it. Maybe we talked too much. Maybe we talked a little too much. We'll see. Maybe Josh is never going to get a compound. I don't know. On the next episode. I'll see you tomorrow and we'll find out. But if you have any other off topics too, we this is a good moment. We got 30 minutes till power hour. That's good, bro. I love it. I love a raise. Now you be wise with it, baby. Be wise. During the match. That's good. I like clarity. I like peace of mind. So that's good. I'm glad you received it, bro. Like I told some people, I said, just let it go, bro. Relax a little bit. You know, I think someone got mad at me the other day for making them smile. It happens. It happens. I even did it last minute. What did I do last minute? The selling of the lawn term? I know this would suck, bro. I don't want it to, but I'm willing to. So that's what sucks too on some deals is like, I don't want to have the, I forgot there's a term for it, but yeah, or I am just fucking with you, but that's why I said I feel bad because I told you I was going to fuck with you, but then now, I mean, I don't know, bro. So, and then again, we're never getting a compound, so we'll see. But like I say, and it sucks because once you go deep enough, you're like, because I sold my long term, bro. So it's going to be harder for me to back out of a deal. Not because it's hard to back out of a deal, but because I sold my long term. I already committed. So, but then again, if they trying to hold me on some shit, I could hold justice back. You know what I'm saying? So we'll find out. Tripping off the part with the parable of the two sons. You're realizing what things in my life are telling you no. Amen, bro. I mean, dude, revelation, clarity. It's good, bro. Learn but again, like we talked about today, correct. Just correction, man. And if you ever notice something is not genuinely serving you well, and you really realize that it's not, and you correct, that's all you need, man. And that takes a lot. It's harder than it sounds. Amen, bro. On Ripple? I don't like Ripple. I think I bought Ripple on like day one, literally. And I remember it back in the day, but just not the same. I don't trust the people there. I'm just a Bitcoin maxi and live a simple life. Call it a day. You could reinvest. I could. I just lose all my sick ass entry points. Money. It's not even in a money market, bro. It's in the bank. That's why I'm even more pissed. there's Solana Bitcoin maxing. I think we have a different definition of maxing then. That sounds very diluted in my opinion. But like I said, just Bitcoin. That's all. 100% zero concentration. You know, nothing else. Just pure Bitcoin. When did I sell? I don't know. You weren't here? Oh man. Just go look at my Twitter. But nah, we did it. When did we sell? Was that like a week ago? I think a week or two ago. We sold one of the long terms to buy a property. You don't allocate to the equities, yeah, but still, like the maxi concept. I know people use the term maxing, like what looks maxing and shit like that, but max, just one, very, very focused. But yeah, I think I'm gonna revisit some at the next pullback. But for now, I mean, I'm loving everything how it is. Just Bitcoin, only Bitcoin has been a good one. It'd be nice if Ethereum went up, but yeah, and then Ripple is sketchy. That's it. I have Solana as far as my Trump coin goes, but that's it. So good time. Where would Bitcoin be at? I don't know, but you buy it on the low. It's just, everybody is just really impatient. That's what, like, I think we all realize it. We, like, trick ourselves and get into a moment. Like, when things start running, you want to make money and do. But if you know yourself and you know how you're going to trade it, then, I mean, I think you could be pretty patient. But, yeah, just, I'm not a fan of it. I don't like playing this game on the way up at 120,000 after it was, you know, like, it could go to infinity, bro. What do you mean? I remember when $1 trillion market cap on any S&P was unheard of. NVIDIA just did 4 of them. One NVIDIA. So numbers could go to infinity, especially when you print this much money. I think you all need to start realizing that. That's all, you know, but at the end of the day, just don't buy the shit when it's going up. You learn that, become Middle Eastern, you'll be fine. That's all. Welcome to the family. That's not bad. I mean, you could do equity or you could do private equity, I think, to a degree, as long as you disclose, and then or depending on your role. But then real estate, I'm telling you, it's beautiful. Does my girlfriend ask about the pizza? What does that mean? I don't know this fool, bro. You trying to Epstein me, bro? Fuck you. No, what do you mean? I have no idea what you're... Pizza, that one? Or is it more sinister? Yeah, my girl got over it and asked me pizza. She likes it, though. Most people appreciate it. It's a good thing. Pizza. TTD. I was on the low. Kind of been dumping. I'm not recalling the room. We surprisingly got a lot of you, like, couple year chads, like, you guys have gotten into Wall Street very well. So we got a lot of people. I'm blanking though on that, but do real estate for real. I'm telling you, bro. If you guys in, like, dude, are you American? Like, you guys are here in America? I'm telling you, it blew my mind. Real estate, there's a lot of people misinformed about it. And don't underestimate, man. Like, remember, 60% of homes in the United States are paid off. not impacted by interest rates. You know, no, not in the UK. I'm talking United States. That's exactly what I'm saying, unfortunately. So sorry, everybody else, but even if you're from another place, you should be buying in the US. Again, you guys always ask me, I don't own anything but the US. I'm telling you, this is the greatest fucking place it's the gold standard of everything, you know? But at the end of the day, it is like, well, not even, you get, like, again, I've seen people say, like, why not buy Bitcoin, or you pay I'm like, dude, you guys are forgetting what I told you from day one. You live in it. So you're willing to pay $120,000 for something you can't live in, and you're mad at a boomer for having a paid off house? Fuck you. I don't even like the boomers. You know that? I hate half of the boomers. I'm with you. Half of the boomers I hate. You know why? Because half of the boomers start supporting fucking global warming, and they're 80 years old. They pissed on this planet, had their fun, had everything, and now they want to turn all DEI and all high and mighty on all of us. And I'm like, you are the one. You fucking dinosaur. So I dislike half of them. But I'm not going to get mad at them for buying something to live in, jackass. Oh, on the next episode of... I'll have an episode maybe today for you. We'll see. But what are we saying, bro? Like, come on. That's what I'm like, come on. They live it. You live in it, dude. Like, this is let me take you back to old times, okay? Let's go back to the standard mode of exchange and why you need money. Michael Saylor was fucking gonna jerk off to this conversation so he could tell you to buy Bitcoin at the end of it. And remember, I bought Bitcoin at $300, so shut the fuck up, okay? And I say that to tell you that, like, I'm not a hater. I'm just trying to educate on this. Anyway, so here's the deal. So imagine, I want you to imagine back in the day, as they were beginning to do money and like exchange. They're like, yo, you got a goat? Word. If I gave you, hear me, if I gave you 10 bushels of wheat for one goat, right? 10 bushels of wheat for one goat, or 10 bushels of wheat for one goat. What else can we throw in there? And then let's say 5 gallons of milk for one goat. How much can 2 gallons of milk get me in goats? I told you guys, if my parents never came to America, I would be doing this. So thank you, and thank you to the veterans, and thank you to my parents, and I'm an immigrant. Woo! So, yeah. Are you following? I'll let you figure out the fucking math. Ask ChatGPT. But do you get what I just said? Once you start doing that, you're established. That before we had money and dumb shit, you had an exchange rate like that. Are you understanding? So depending on what you would trade one thing for another thing for, you could derive and people would assume a value. And then depending on the community, the network where you're at, people would trade like that. Are you following? This is just money and trade. Like OG shit. All right, eggs are could be your stable coin if you really insisted. Call it whatever you want. Just all you're doing is more creative shit. That's all. So do you see what I'm telling you? And you really want to tell me now. So you're more than willing to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for something you can't live in, and you're getting mad at people spending a lot of money for something they can live in. Just again, look at your exchange rates. Look at your exchange values. Call it whatever you want. But you're spending so much money on other unnecessary things. The house shit's not even that crazy. I'm sorry to say it. I know it's terrible because BlackRock bought them all, and people are ridiculous in some areas. But like, do you get what I'm telling you? We are spending so much more on unnecessary shit in relation to what you actually need. This is a humorous conversation. And then Michael Saylor's going to tell you to buy Bitcoin. But do you see what I'm saying? American real estate. As long as America's America, that's why. Maybe if Kamala won, this would have been a different conversation. But at the end of the day, You already know. So, I don't know. I think you guys get it. But we'll have the talks on the way down on all of them. You know, and they could go as high as you want or whatever, but at the end of the day, I think you'll, know what's valuable, know what's good, and buy them when they go down. Very, very simple. And I just think everyone gets impatient as they go up. But then, too, you start to look around the world, man. The relative value of things is quite fascinating. So, yes. And that's Econ from before Christ. There you go. Econ BC. Thank you. I said it yesterday. I think houses are going to come down eventually. They'll even come down hard in some areas. But it's not going to happen right now. In the next 3 months, I guarantee it. Why? Because you have a FHA fucking head who is hell-bent on firing the Fed chair to lower interest rates. My argument yesterday, we were arguing, are you more worried about inflation going up or 200 basis points of just raw rate cut? Puro rate cut, straight to the rates. Dog, that's 200 basis points to the dome is unreal. All right off the bat, and that's what they want. And right, give it to us. That's what they're saying, and that's your fucking FHA housing. So maybe and then they're qualifying fake money to buy real houses to live in. And do you see what I'm saying? And so it's not gonna. Eventually, these might be the actions that cause a major decline in the future, but it's not going down now. That's all. I think it's kind of funny. All of it. That's why I'm like, this is a fucking batshit everything's batshit. But I already had this feeling from 7 months ago. It's just an interesting level of batshit of how it, floats and moves and all of it. But yeah. Ta-da. That tells you there is trouble now and they're trying to spur buying. I don't think so. I would have thought that before, but I think there's a base level of trouble that exists. But there is so much fucking money out there, we do not feel it the same. So let me put it this way. I think the trouble we had during Biden and even some of the trouble we kind of have now, if it happened in 2008 or any time prior, that would have meant a real recession or a real problem for the world and economy. But nowadays, there's so much money that the problem is drowning in dollar bills and euros and now bitcoins and the stable coin of the Bitcoin. And then I'll derive another thing from it if you really want, and then let's loan on it. Fuck it. So yeah, unfortunate. The liquidity is the money is, there's a lot of money. I don't even think I comprehend it. I don't think people realize, because we did it so easily and then we were propagandized so efficiently and crazily in a weird way we've never experienced. I don't think people genuinely understand what it means to dump your whole entire money supply on the economy in 5 years. And that is what we have done. Literally. And I don't think we really truly get it. It's fucked up people's lives. It's like the opioids. In a reality, it's like money opioids. I don't know how to describe it. But I don't think we truly, really even have comprehended that. All of us. Even down to Jerome Powell. I don't think... Fuck the SPR. You know why? Because we have so much dollars. That's why they were really... It's like a different level of MMT. It is the true ultimate stress test of MMT. Is the only way I could kind of word it right now. But yeah, I don't even think I get it. I really don't. And there's a lot that goes into it, bro. And there's a lot of effects we've already see, and you see some of it, but when it's all said and done, bro, there was a lot. You literally doubled the whole entire money supply. That's it. Cut it, whatever and I don't think we've realized how that played out. Like the real impact, the time, feeding it through, the residual effects. It's like wicked, bro. So yeah, I don't think we understand that even now. I don't even think I have a grasp of something, but I don't think anybody truly could grasp the whole fact of what just went down in the last. Again, this is both Trump, Biden, and now Trump again. But that's why I'm like, it's kind of wild. So, yeah, I don't know. But glad to be a part of it. Austrian economics will remember this moment. You know, I was explaining MMT to my girl yesterday because I was trying to, because we were talking about Powell, and she was asking me about him getting fired, and then she was like, "Who's before?" And I was like, "Yellen." And I was explaining her why I like Yellen and don't like Yellen, because I love Yellen. You guys know that. I got rich as fuck because of Janet Yellen. Dog, she is the mother of modern monetary theory. She helped usher it in. Janet Yellen brought negative rates to Europe. Why do you think they accepted her little tax deal? Bro, I'm telling, she was the queen of it. She was the queen of MMT, you know, and as she was the lady who we put it to the test of like, let's print all this fucking money and see what happens. Deficits, shit don't matter as long as motherfuckers keep buying, and as long as you have your control and you print, none of it matters. Modern monetary theory, MMT. She still kind of is, right? But she is the mother of it. She was the Fed chair. Think about what we're arguing about with rates. Janet Yellen kept rates at 0 forever. Thank you, baby girl. And then Josh got his real estate career, but you're mad at Josh and not Jamie Dimon, Bill Ackman, and all the other guys 30, 40, 50 years older than Josh that were already rich and their parents didn't come from Egypt, and they already raped and pillaged the economy and benefited more because they were actually friends with Yellen, and I was just a little boy in my room. But yeah, thank you. So yeah, she kept rates at 0 forever and printed money. She even like, yeah, Fed could buy equities, fuck it. Talk all of it. Bro, dude, I'm telling you. All of Yellen brought in MMT, bro. And ever since that, bro, so I liked it because that was a result of these making a lot of money and tech booms, and it brought good things. It brought wealth and it brought a lot of stuff. But then that also is what you guys don't realize. That's what also brought this like weird wealth gap, this weird culture effect. Political ideology. You don't think that was a result? Oh, come on. It is. Ever since like Yellen 08 and 09, that's why I'm telling you, we don't comprehend what's happening now with all of the money, because we still don't even understand we're living in 08 right now. You don't get it. It's fucking Yellen. Still. That's how I got rich, bro. That's how I got like immigrant. We had nothing to balling. Fucking free fake money. That's it. I just figured it out. Again, we were just getting in real estate because we're Arab, like every Arab who comes to America. Let's be real. But then I started touching computers and shit, and I'm like, okay. And then we started realizing, we're like, oh. And then Yellen, bloop, 0. And then they blocked you out with Dodd-Frank. But once you got past Dodd-Frank, the door was open. That's how it was during those times. So it's wicked, but it's like, where do you think this wealth gap came from? That's when people got really rich. And if you didn't understand, think about it, it was slow, and some people got buku rich. You think I got, bro, look at Jamie Dimon. Look at some of the other, again, Bill Ackman did 20 million to 2 billion off of the same COVID trades we made. You thought we did good? Yeah. So it's kind of wicked. But go back to the free money, go back to the 0. It's all the MMT. And think about the wealth gaps, societal effects. It all started from there. That was the fuel to the flame that you see burning today. So, oh yeah. But don't get me started, bro. I love this shit. You know, I'm very interested. I have been, if you couldn't tell. But yeah, I think that's what's going on. We didn't go on CNBC and cry. Yeah, and I mean, and most people don't have extra $20 million to put on a side bet on the economy, even if they know what's going on, you know. 20 million doesn't seem like a lot, but for a bet like that before knowing, but then you're like, oh yeah. So, and then again, remember, he already had billions from prior. Again, Well, people, I think as I was buying some of my first houses, Bill Ackman and other dude were still scamming Vertex and fighting over Herbalife. Him and Icon. So again, like, to put it into perspective, I fucking grinded, dog. What are you saying? And all of these, but that's part of it. These people had so much prior. I'm glad to be in the game now, but a lot of these motherfuckers had 20, 30 year, 40 year leads, if you really put it into perspective. And then again, they benefited off of they were in politics. They knew Yellen. I don't fucking know Yellen. None of us do, but we got time. Let's go, baby. But you got to understand this if you really are a part of this, because understanding your economy and money, it's a big thing, and it goes deep. So yeah, if this all sounds cool to you, read books on the economy and understand your last 30, 40 years in MMT. Bill, I think he does. On the Hong Kong DPEG. Him and the other guy, they put at least like a couple million every year. Future Fed chair right now is in here. He probably is, or she is. And hear me now, if you do that shit like Powell and you stray from the golden path, bro, I'm gonna slap you. That's it. Just honor it. That's it, man. Powell did good though, bro. I'm telling you. If he didn't cut before the election, golden, bro. That's why I was telling this to my girl. We were talking about it. I think Powell, that's why I was like, Yellen, bro, come on. And then she was asking every Fed chair before. No Fed chair got a legacy like Powell. Powell did a really good job. I'm telling you, he did very, very good. That's it. He caved under the Gestapo like everybody did before the election. I don't know why. I don't know what, or if he thought Kamala would win. I don't know what it was, but whatever the reason, that was his only, that's the only thing you could really shade Powell on. Other than that, he's golden. Yeah, if he did nothing, he would be chilling. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If he didn't cut rates ahead of the election and rates never went down, he would have made it harder for Trump now. He would have been fine. He would have had everybody would have loved him. He would have been flawless. He would have been unimpeachable. You see what I'm saying? But the fact that he did cut before, and then we're almost 1 year of not cutting again. So yeah. Did we hit 63? We hit 63.04. Ta-da. So if I'm saying stimulating the economy causes inflation, motherfucker, I did not say stimulating the economy causes inflation. I said printing a fuck ton of money causes inflation. And here lies our major error with a lot of conversations. But yeah, in the money printing, the money itself being printed, I don't know what the economy will do. Usually it gets stimulated by the printing of money, but one day it will not. Ask China. Ask Japan. Ask the Argentinians. You could ask a lot of people, but yeah, that's the point. That's what I've been saying for months. No tariff, no nothing. The money supply, the printing of that causes inflation. Always. Yeah, bro. New all-time high. Well, it's not necessarily specificity. It's the order matters. The steps matter, as we've said in other topics. But, that's why I keep reminding people with a lot of these topics, I'm like, go back to the first source. Stop jumping in the middle of your logic to figure out something, but you're going from 2 or 3, but it's like, no. Before we talk about the economy, stimulating that, what's the first thing? It's either the money supply or the interest rate. And then we go from there. And then then you get results, and then you'll get the consequence or the reaction. So, that's what I'm saying. Most people think printing money stimulates the economy. That's usually the result, the stimulating that's a result, not a cause, right? The money supply, that's a cause. That's why I was not worried about tariffs, and I'm still not, because I care more. That's why I keep saying, well, now that we have the bill, I don't like that. Money supply is the root of all evil, because that's the real demand, the biggest demand. That's all of it. What happens if we print it and buy Japan bonds with it? I don't know, but this is how we got into this mess. We just coming up with these. Bahrain, 18 Boeings. They didn't announce it yesterday. They announced it today. That's the reason why it popped. But they put out the 04 headline. That's funny. That's how we got into this mess. Stop. Don't. They're like, so what if we print something invisible and then buy something else that's invisible to justify why we just created a bunch of value out of invisible and nothing, and then let's put the burden on the people who work with non-invisible and have to deal in non-invisible. Great idea. That's why now we're here. Well, that's the thing. The whole basis of MMT, because you're like, I wonder when we'll realize printing infinite money will not be the solution. But that's the problem. The whole basis of MMT is that it's never going to be a problem as long as you get motherfuckers to agree and get people to keep spending and operating. That's it. Deficits don't matter as long as people trust you and keep playing. That's the whole logic. You realize that, right? So as long as we all willingly devalue each other, we could keep playing. That's the whole plan. You guys really don't know this, huh? This is common knowledge for the last 2 decades. Because I'm telling you, this is literally it. I don't know if China already lost, but kinda. They literally, to a certain degree, but then they fucked up the people and the trust to a certain. But then again, you could have argued, we did a lot of crazy shit. But yeah. We might find out. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's where China is scary, because China does look like it failed. Again, Japan already failed back in the day. So, and they did it light. They were the test, but we did the real one. And then they helped back it up. But yeah. 309. A lot of high tickers almost fully gas, man. That's it. 304. I think we're going to go 307, then the 17, 16, then 25. Yeah, the military helps, but do you guys not know the scariest military development? We talked about it. You know what I call it? The David and Goliath military strategy. It is now entering into the modern era. It's kind of terrifying. Bro, they're all developing drones. You have $20 drones taking out 10 years of building, $20 billion of investment. That's it. They're just throwing rocks at fucking expensive equipment and it's blowing up. And that changes a lot, bro. It's actually kind of wild. That's why it's really like energy technology. Like EMP, knocking out like drone swarms. That's the thing everybody needs. Yeah, anti-drone. Otherwise, if they keep doing this and this becomes reality, that's terrifying. Yeah, because it's just literally, that's what they're doing everywhere. And even, I don't like Pete Hegseth's budget, but, good for him. I think he's aware. Because they're already developing, and they know this. Everybody does kind of now. You've seen a couple of examples, but, yeah, it's kind of like, That's a landscape change if we can't defend against it, or if you don't find something efficient. Because literally they're taking $20, dude, $100. You just throwing it. Throw 100 of them, bro. Who gives it? It's like fucking out of the money options, but for billions of dollars of defense equipment. It's crazy. It's actually insane. They're just throwing 100 of them, 1,000 of them. One of them hits, that's it. Success. It's like a more effective IED. It's like IED bot spam. That's the best way. IEDs sucked at the time, and we're like, what the fuck? These arrows are just, they're fucking putting bombs everywhere. But now it's just like, it's a bot spam of IEDs, essentially. Thank you for Patsy. Thank you for thinking and acting. You know what I'm saying? Good work, baby. The assist would have meant nothing without that. So good shot. Good pass, good shot, baby. It's literally spamming noob tubes. Yes, 100%. It's crazy. I say most people, myself, we didn't have this realization until a couple months ago when it started happening a lot. And you're like, what? What do you mean they took out? Wait, what did they blow up? How? And it's just fucking Houthis. Like, what do you mean? I know, Call of Duty did have it. We were playing. How many of you had a swarm? Exactly. This swarm streak. Kind of nuts to think about. They added bunker busters to Warzone? That's crazy. I mean, it is real, but... Oh, man, we love our war simulators, huh? It's crazy. I've been playing war simulators my whole life. That's kind of scary to think about, but I've been playing first-person war simulators since I was a boy. Okay? So it's kind of crazy I ended up how I am, but yeah. We love our war simulations. TLT Danger Zone, no like immediate result, but every time it happens, eventually equities is going to be harder to go up. That's what I said from the beginning of the year, and you've seen it happen. We'd be high, and then the bond yields go high. Eventually, the high stops. Bond yields chill for a little. Market chills. Market climbs back up. Bonds slowly climb again. But then the market's been moving way faster than bonds. So once again, we're hitting a new high before the bonds hit a new low. As the bonds hit a new low, the highs are going to slow down and stop. And then rinse and repeat. I've been doing it all year. I've said this I called this from January. That's the beauty of it. So it's been very reliable. That's why I like it. I can say it with confidence. But when it does change, that means something changed. So whenever this stops, and eventually if the bonds break and causes the snap, then we're going to get a whole new game plan. Or then we'll get a whole new playing field, really. The Chad Warzone? You actually use a gun? No, you don't run around with the knife? That's crazy. No way. You think they're going to try and... But then again, we saw it yesterday. Every time the bonds get to the danger zone, the White House pulls something out of their ass to help it. They'll even try it. They'll even test it. Just like yesterday. So, I think some people want the bonds to break, and I think Bessent and Trump, Howard, they want. I think they have another. I think they see it too. They have a defense plan. They have something. We're playing a giant game of chicken. We've said that too. High stakes. So let's see. But in the meantime, we'll find out. Larry Feek and Gunlock versus Trump and Bessent, pretty much, yeah. But you gotta they all have teams, like they have teammates, they have their own cults. So you gotta think about it, Larry. How many people go under Larry Fink and Gunlock, and the other dude, the guy in Newport, Bill Gross, and I don't even know if that's him. There's another dude in Newport. Fucking drive by his office every day. It's big. It's big. SOC, that got worked. Oh, 8%? Yo, I thought that was small. No, I clicked on it. 8% SOC. That's our first minute. I don't know what that is. Stable offshore. Bessent to assess private credit markets and potential threats to financial stability. Yeah. Warren asks credit rating firms info on how they rate private credit products. The new target is stable offshore. Is that private equity? Because that would make sense then on that headline. Otherwise, remember, like check KKR Apollo, and then they're riding the 401k news. I don't know if that's the same. You have a hard time believing Wendy's can't be a Papa John's? You're incorrect, sir. I'm sorry. I like Wendy's, I really do, and I wish it could. But do you know what the main thesis behind Papa John's is? What am I really investing in? You got to think about it. I've said it before. This is exactly why Wendy's will never be Papa John's. Something very unique that has the value. Exactly. Better ingredients, better pizza. No. It's actually not the buyout, dude. No, believe it or not. That was the cherry on top. We've talked a lot about economy today. I even gave you the OG GOAT lesson, which is always fun. I want you to think about it. Dude, it's pizza. That's why. No, bro, I'm investing in pizza. Like, legitimately, the noun pizza. Like, do you get what I'm saying? That's it. I don't think you understand, or a lot of people understand the pizza market. I do. You know why? Because it's very simple. Pizza in America is just 4 companies. 5 companies, and then everybody else. It's been like that for like 50 years. Pizza is a very unique food. It's like a staple, exactly. Burgers are too, but then again, these burger places have different burgers. And like again, pizza places all have, but every pizza place has a cheese pizza. Yes or no? Every place has a pepperoni pizza. It's just, pizza is just so simple. In every place, that's why it's like the Pizza Mart. You got Costco Pizza, Pizza Hut, Domino's, Little Caesars, Papa John's. And then you got the Marcos and the Mountain Mikes and then everybody else. It's always been like that. It's a commodity in and of itself. Yes, I agree. That's why it's weird. That's why I don't like it to a degree, but that's why I'm like, it's cash flow. Everyone buys pizza no matter what. It's like chocolate, if you really think about it, you know? So that's why I think Wendy's could have a different recovery But that's what makes Wendy's different than Papa John's. If you want to understand my thinking. I was buying pizza. I wanted the pizza market. Go look at any pizza company, Yum Brands, Domino's. If you want to get into the pizza market, you have to pay a lot. You have to pay a premium to buy a pizza investment. But Papa John's, when we bought it, that was the cheapest pizza investment you could have made in the world at the time. That was generating a consistent $1 billion a year. Ta-da! But it's pizza. Pizza is a staple. I love pizza. We all love pizza. And it's simple as it is. And then that's why I was saying it just takes market share. And we've seen it happen throughout the last 20, 30 years. Certain things happen. These pizza companies either get more or less market share, and that's what establishes their performance and, again, their market share in this game. I go for Subway Steak and Shake. No, they're not pizza. All of these restaurants you guys are listing, they all just sell food, but they don't sell pizza. You guys don't think that's weird? And if they sell pizza, that's not all they do, and they're not good at it. The only one who does it is Costco. And then again, that's Costco. And then look at their stock price. You want pizza or not? It's very expensive, bro. Pizza. Pizza. So yeah. It's pizza. It's literally pizza, bro. Shout out the Italians. I don't even think Italians made pizza. I think we wrongfully attribute pizza to Italians. I don't know. Ask Grok. Damn it. Chad, we're fucked. It's not looking good, boys. Yeah, Elvis. I think I talked too much shit. Oh no. Maybe it's a blessing. Money market declined? Or? Without a rate cut? Interesting. Oh, well, I did sell. I don't know. I took out 260 from money market. Is there a backup plan? I thought I had a backup plan, but I kind of didn't account for this scenario. Because usually when we get this far in, you can't come out, but then again, I don't know. That was all you? I think it was me. I just, fuck it. Might as well. Definitely wasn't Gunlock. Dude, Gunlock's fucking commissions are my whole entire account. Man, you guys get mad at me, bro. More people in the world get mad at me than Gunlock. I mean, fuck, this is insane. Well, they're not effing with me. That's why I got on that other call after Philo. But yeah, so pizza's good. But yeah, that's why I don't think it'd be Wendy's. And God bless America. So happy for you and Colt on the farm. You'd love to work with Gunlock. Yes and no. For all of you. I don't know. This is going to sound crazy. But all of you who are going to get into Wall Street, I know we got the next Fed chair in here. So let me just tell you right now. Because this was the problem I saw a lot of my peers do. And I've seen people do. we look up to certain people and they have certain things and they have the prestige and some of these guys, we literally, like, you looked up to them growing up. And like I told you, bro, I was a kid and I knew about Ackman and all these dudes, You commit to the objective rightness. Because I think all of you are going to get crazy opportunities one day. But when it's wrapped up in Diddy, you need to know when to say. You see what I'm saying? So, amen. But I think you will be bigger than Gunlock. Amen. That's what I'm saying. And you have to be able to say no. If they're right and correct, if they're on good, and that's it, and it's no Diddy shit, you go, baby. That's a gift. But if it's ever there, and I don't care where it comes from, and it could be your biggest hero, it come with Diddy shit, nope, you have to say no. For real though. Because like I'm saying, I think a lot of you are, dude, we have so many people already going through the ranks of Wall Street just in the last few years, man, and I'd love to see it, and that's why you guys carve out your own lane. And like I'm telling you, I've done a lot, and I don't even want to be a part of it. And you could go from nothing to a lot, and that's very possible. But don't bend. That's it. You carve all, and guess what? All of these guys would agree with me. You know that, right? All of them would agree with me. The same exact. They had somebody telling them the same thing when they made their come up. Guarantee it. No, I hope they feel me, bro. Why do you think they are who they are? Couldn't bend the Xerxes. I feel, bro. So again, in Nehemiah, bro, it's Artaxerxes. It blew my mind. I said, what? But I feel, homeboy. I feel heavy. All right. I need to go pee. I don't want to call. I'm gonna call him after the bell. It's whack. Dude. 100-acre ranch. Julian 4-2. I wish. Dude, because, like, if they were more like, if the FDA, the FDA or the USDA loan, if that thing was more, like, legit, I would have loved to get one in one of those places, in, like, a nicer one. But, yeah, if it's not on, like, a favorable loan and has instant value, I'm not down. Love the prayer. I just wanted to pray this morning. I was feeling it, bro. God is good, bro. I don't know. I love the mornings. Lately, bro, I've been having some beautiful mornings. Like prayer-wise. Like, I don't know. Just chill. And amen. Board and brew? Yeah, dude. It's fire. Get the classic club with the sauce. Get the sauce. It's like that's the only reason you go to Board and Brew. They got this sauce, bro. Oh, I'm a fatty. But yeah, it's so good. That sauce. That sounds. I need a protein. I didn't have a That's why that sounded so good. Josh, I'm hungry. Oh yeah, let me go get me a protein. Yeah, I'm on that note. Turcado, I don't. Ugh. No, bro. You get the classic chicken club, bro. From Board and Brew with the sauce. It's fire. Okay, it's not working. I need propaganda. RR Microsoft partnership. Rich Robotics. Small cap crypto play. Already up 8. So if you guys want that, you're hearing it first. Yeah. right? Microsoft. Let me double check on the confirmation. I don't think I'm gonna play it. I don't like these little ones, but some of you love them. You heard it here first. Thank you, PNC. Brought to you by the Code. Josh is never getting a compound. That's what it looks like. Here are sponsors from Bloomberg. We all hate you. You could tell because we lied to you about
3:30 p.m. here in New York. This is the countdown to the close. I'm Romaine Boston.
And I'm Scarlett Fu. It took a solid retail sales report for everyone to, not think about the Fed and whether Jay Powell's going to be forced out.
Yeah, and well, sort of, right? I mean, like, we forgot about it for now until maybe the president brings it up himself. But it gets to this idea that the market continues to have to sort of navigate through potential shocks, if you will, or potential disruptions. And of course, all of this talk right now.
This isn't the first time you've heard me in the last decade say we need regime change at the Fed. It's not just about a person. It's about an approach to economics. It's about approach to what they're doing. And I'm troubled when I see them moving the goalposts. It is very puzzling to me, Becky, how you could think that we should do emergency rate cuts last September.
I'll play this. This is
and
Kevin
now all of a
Warsh.
sudden you stand there like a hawk.
I don't know if this is live, but
That's
this
not
guy,
good for
that
the
guy
institution.
talking right now
I
might
don't think it's
replace
good for the
Powell.
economy to be changing the goalposts like that.
Former Fed Governor Kevin Warsh on Squawk today. Warsh is widely seen to be among the frontrunners for the next Fed chair as the president continues his attacks on Jerome Powell. Joining us to discuss today, Alan Zentner, Morgan Stanley Wealth Management's chief economic strategist. Alan, thanks for coming in. Good to see you. You've got a pretty clear view on how you think this is going to go for Powell.
Yeah, I think that Powell, in his DNA, he is a civil servant. And so he is not going to leave the Fed unless there is a clear directive and clear legal way to remove him from the Fed. And, if you believe in U.S. exceptionalism, if you think a stable dollar is important, and if you believe that fully functioning financial markets is ideal, then join me in supporting central bank independence, because that is what you lose if you take away independence from the central bank.
Do you think the very brief trip for the 30-year to 506 or whatever it was yesterday was a shot across the bow?
That was we like markets saying we like Fed independence. And we saw pressures on the term premium, upward pressure on the term premium, during that hair-raising period between April 2nd and April 9th as well, because it wasn't just Liberation Day and the global uncertainty around tariffs. It was also the heightened talk around firing Powell again at that time. And we should not set a precedent of, if you think a chair is doing a bad job, that's it, he or she is out of there. A decision to remove the chair would have ramifications longer term for the central bank.
Alan, stay with us. Got some breaking news from the House floor. For that, we'll turn to Emily Wilkins. Hey, Emily.
Hey, Carl. Yes, the House has now passed with really strong bipartisan support a measure that would basically say when a digital asset is a commodity, when is it a security. And this is the one that for the crypto industry, this is the #1 priority for them. It's a wide-ranging bill. It now goes on to the Senate. And look, there are concerns about the Senate's ability to get this done. There are debates between the House and the Senate in what the bill should look like. Also concerns about potentially getting Democratic support in the Senate. But what we just saw happen on the House floor, 78 Democrats crossed the aisle and voted with Republicans on that bill. That's relevant because the last time the House voted on a similar measure, they got 71 Democrats. So an actually very strong bipartisan support. Does not seem that Democrats were deterred by the fact that Donald Trump and his family are profiting off of crypto. That's something that came up a lot in debates today on the Democratic side, but it doesn't seem to have depressed the number of Dems who are willing to back this legislation. So now we are seeing the House go ahead and take a vote on the stablecoin bill. That one, again, is expected to have a strong bipartisan showing, and that is expected to be sent to Trump's desk, where he could sign it into law tomorrow. We're hearing tomorrow afternoon. Carl?
Emily, thank you very much for that. Busy day on the Hill on a number of fronts. Emily Wilkins in D.C. Back to the broader economy. We got retail sales, nice print today.
Is it soaring?
People had varying thoughts on PPI, but for the most part, I wonder if you think, like Williams,
and then,
for
I don't
example,
know, man. A
that
lot
any
of
kind of cost
even
pressures are
maybe
still
PayPal.
to come regarding tariffs.
Yeah, I do think it's pretty easy to make the argument that we know that we brought in more than $500 billion in tariffs.
Because the Clarity Act, correct me if I'm wrong, that's the one with the 1933 Securities Act, correct? If that's the one, that's crazy. So that means now, like, any of these crypto stablecoin issuers, they're like exempt from the oldest financial act of all times that governs most of the regulations behind the whole entire stock market. Do you know that, right? You probably didn't know that. Yeah. So now, any company that gets involved with crypto, they're all going to start getting involved in crypto now, because then it'll give them an exemption to the 1933 Securities Act. That's crazy. If that's the Clarity one, I forgot the name. It's either I know the Genius is the stable coin. There's Clarity and then the other one. I want the one where they never make a government one. I'm down with that. So if they pass both of those, they should pass the third one, where the government or the Fed is banned from ever making a stable coin, which I agree with, because then that way you don't get a fucking all your money digitized even if you disagree. So that one I like, but the other one now, the other one is a major loophole. Once again, you can loophole the fuck out of it if you have a public issuer of stock and now you get involved in crypto.
Certainly, if you believe that you want to juice the economy, then you don't just want the Fed to cut rates.
Like we've talked
you
about.
want them to cut enough to get into easing and stimulative territory. So even if the Fed cuts 25 basis points a year, 50 basis points this year, it's not going to be enough to stimulate the economy. That I would call right-sizing the level of rates for this slower economy that we're in, and we should do that.
Where do we think neutral is? Is it to be 2.5, 3? Where do you think that number is?
Oh, I think on a nominal neutral rate, I think it's higher. I think it's easy to argue that it's higher, and I think 3 to 3.5%. On a real neutral rate, that probably means somewhere around 1%. And so it is higher. So they don't need to cut as much to stimulate the economy, but 50 basis points isn't going to stimulate the economy. Do you think that's going to bring mortgage rates down so much that we kick off this massive wave of buying and housing? Right. No. But that doesn't mean you don't move on rates either, because you do need to calibrate rates constantly to the underlying dynamics of the economy.
Right. I think that does explain certainly the aggressive nature of Bill Pulte's social media posts. When you look at today, NAHB, prospective buyers index is new cycle low almost, right?
Yeah, but let me tell you what's even more important than mortgage rates for affordability, it's regulation. Can we please tackle regulation at the state and local level, which is where regulation is done, and housing? Now, that's a longer term. Cyclically, all we can do really is try to bring more supply online and reduce mortgage rates. But that's still not going to take away one of the main reasons why home prices are elevated, and that's the regulatory environment.
Finally, I know you're watching CapEx. We had this big AI summit in Pennsylvania, and you have your eye, too, on some of the resources that you do need to make these things happen and keep happening, right?
Yeah.
Like water.
So, water. So we've got this great CapEx story going that the One Big Beautiful Bill will also support with all of the incentives, but we can't lose sight of the fact that we keep talking about data centers and the need to build data centers. We can't run data centers without water, and we need more desalinization. Desalinization takes high pressure,
Josh
and it takes
has been
energy.
telling you to get
Everything
water
comes back
for a
to energy.
decade.
And so
He's a
we're seeing
fucking
some innovation in that
conspiracy
space
theory.
to be able to desalinate using less energy, less pressure. But that's something that we need to keep an eye on.
Nice.
Interesting,
Keep an eye
especially
on it.
on a week where electricity costs got some attention within those pricing indexes. Alan, thank you. Good to see you, as always, Alan Zentner. When we come back, we're tracking some of the biggest movers as we go into the close. Courtney Reagan standing by with that. Hey, Courtney.
Hi, Carl. Well, shares of a key battery material producer are soaring today, and analysts are projecting a recent IPO to drop more than 70%. The names to watch after the break.
Hi, Carl. Carl. Damn it, man. Oh, Chad, I'm low-key stressing, Chad. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro, okay? I don't know what it is. I don't know what this feeling is. But praise God. Praise God. The whole Mos Def song about the water? I can't say off the top of my head, no. Circle, oh yeah, that is, I mean, they're American, right? Yeah. But maybe you could say that was the land of the front run. But none of them really moved. Coin, even PayPal. I don't think people realize it yet, or maybe we just front run everything. We front ran everything because, like I'm saying, that one little 1933 securities exemption is pretty big. And then NSC, remember, you're going to hear this in the next couple days. Rumors around railroad buyout. So keep your eyes out for that if you want it. The stablecoin loophole means just like anybody. So now these people making stable coins, they don't have to really use them. If now you could just get a stable coin and then you are exempt from the 1933 Securities Act. You now identify a portion or your whole company as like crypto, and now it's just different now that this act has passed. Should have read it before. I brought it up on the Sunday night watch list. It was actually kind of crazy, but you know, like I said, at this point, I don't really, you know, even the bill got passed, a lot of things. So it could be good, it could be bad, but this is partly why, too, as I am reminding all of you, you know, there's the era, like things are changing, and you gotta, this little like easy money or like everything, like there's gonna be a route where things are easy, and they're gonna make it seem that way, but you just better know what you're buying. And now companies, think about it, if they're gonna have they're gonna find loopholes, different reporting standards. They're using it for one reason, you think it's for another. There's a lot of things that go into it, so you know, you don't have to be scared. And I don't know if it's all gonna end up bad. Maybe some stuff will be good, but I think this should increase your scrutiny towards the diligence of what you're buying, no matter what, in any market, through anybody. So yeah. Okay, stable offshore is up 30%. Bro. You guys I put it in. I couldn't see anything. That was the one right before Rich Robotics. Remember we saw that one moving? It dropped 6% and then now it's up 30. Zero reason. If you have suffered a loss in stable offshore, you are encouraged to contact the Rosen Law Firm about your rights. That's the only headline I see. Shares can't be stolen. Nah, you know what it is? This is, I mean, that's a really good point, and that does change things on the back end. But you guys remember, I was just showing you last week on YouTube the Pokemon movie. You remember the Pokemon movie? And it was on YouTube, and the first movie, and we got super hyped. You know what I'm saying? And then, dude, that's what I'm worried about with all this stablecoin shit. You remember I told you that story when I was young and I wanted my mom to buy me Pokemon cards, and she said no, we couldn't afford it, and I got so sad. And then she surprised me with it on Christmas, but then she bought me the wrong Pokemon cards. So I got sad in the beginning and I got sad afterwards. Because I didn't want to be mad. I was actually happy, and I was like, oh, she didn't know. And I was like, we didn't have the money. And then she bought me the wrong one, and it wasn't even the fucking Pokemon card. And dude, I was heartbroken because I couldn't be sad to her, but I was like sad. I was like, oh man. Yeah, exactly. What do you mean the wrong Pokemon cards? Exactly. That's my problem. That's what I'm scared of. Now with everybody's money. Exactly. What do you mean wrong Pokemon cards? I know. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean Robinhood blockchain? So I didn't own what? Wait. What do you mean? I don't own the share, but I owned a coin of the share, but it's not the. What do you mean? I thought it's a Pokemon. I thought it's a share. I thought it's a company. Yeah. And then let me take this moment. So CLM, let me please show the chat. So CLM, all of your comments are about me and my girlfriend. Okay? So I don't know what you're doing, but I have an idea. Because in the past, I've had to deal with like crazy people. So let me do this, because I'm like, that's being weird, and I feel like you're harassing me and threatening me, and I've dealt with like other stuff. So in front of 4,800 people, wow, thank you guys, as witnesses, this is my warning. I am feeling harassed, and if you fall under the guidelines of anybody who's contacted me previously, this is your warning that I will be filing a restraining order at the next contact. Thank you. Okay? If it's not you, it doesn't apply, but just in case, I'm gonna put that out there. Just in case. And there you go. So, thank you. But we're done. Calm down. If it's my girlfriend, I'm gonna break up with my girlfriend if that's my girlfriend. Okay? But it's not my girlfriend. Okay? But if you want to talk about my girlfriend, you can, but not all of your messages, okay? Just like anything else. I've called out everybody on everything. I'm not fucking around with nobody no more. And I'm glad I got my witnesses. So thank you. Be normal or go home. It's looking like I'm not gonna be buried on the farm. Well, not with that attitude, but we're not, no cemetery. I said no cemetery, okay? Weddings, I celebrate life. I said, well, plant a tree. I'm not burying anybody. I might not even get it now, because now you trying to get me to turn it to a cemetery. We are for the living, not the dead, the living, okay? That's good, but don't worry, baby. Don't worry. Chicken parm. It's a cool idea, though. I never thought about it, but I can't I want to sleep there one day, so I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? You want tax benefit? I want to sleep at night! I'll pay the taxes! I have paid the taxes. I still pay the taxes. What do you mean I want to go to bed, dog? I told you I just went to a fucking farm that creeped me the fuck out. You know, I rejoiced. Because I said, and now I don't, because I said, Lord, oh my, I didn't even realize what I didn't even know. You get what I'm saying? So the whole time I was like doing any like property and looking, even then, and God willing, I hope we get this one, but dude, I never thought about how creepy this shit is. Like, I've made jokes about it, but like, I'm talking like creepy. Like, dude, no, so I can't. Anything creepy, it's too big for creepy. Yeah, no Labubu dolls, no cemetery, no none of that. I'm not doing, because I'm telling you, bro, these little compounds get creepy. But thank God, it looks better than that, but I don't know. It's tough, bro. It's tough. I don't know if I'm PayPal, you got 10-minute rigged approaching. You still blame the Masons. Oh yeah, Netflix is after the bell. So, I'll tell you everything now. 10 minutes ahead, last minute, good time to make your decision. You know why? Because you should have made it before. So, they're expecting 11.404 billion in revenue versus guidance of 15%. Oh, that's 15.5. Yeah, operating income 3.6. Where's the members? Oh, the preview doesn't show members. That's not like a normal metric. I have to pull it up elsewhere. But they're pricing in 8%. Last 4 quarters, gain of 2, gain of 10, gain of 11, loss of 1. So last quarter didn't move at all in 2025. And then now you have the last 2 quarters, end of last year, were big movers. And then a year ago today was a small move. You can. A camping spot? Yeah. I mean, we might have to camp in the beginning for a little bit. I mean, there's a lot of you and not as many houses, so I don't know. We'll see, but definitely some camping, bro. I've never camped in my life. All right, what's the estimate? This is June 25. Paid ads. Dude, I don't know if the company gives guidance, but I have a guide. So paid net ads is expected to be 3.3. And then I think, or 6.5, yeah, 3.3 net ads addition, 5.3 million international, and then 312.8 million total subscribers. People do care about that still with Netflix. That's why. So that really, I think, will matter. I think they have a high bar. Again, did you guys hear what I said? They're expecting to do 15%. That's their expectation in terms of revenue. 15% growth. That's crazy. So that's a high bar. If they kill it, even better. I don't know how Wall Street will take it. But then if they do bad, I mean, I don't know how bad, but they could still get affected. But then, again, maybe they do 12%. But yeah, 15% in this, like, think about this environment. That's big. And then I have like I'm saying, a lot of other metrics don't have the numbers. I got some estimates from analysts, but yeah, I think that might, if the numbers are in line with a high bar, obviously guide is important, but then maybe those streaming ads might be it. That might be the set all be all. It's big, dude. I mean, well, let me get you the other. I forgot the other part. They're up 30% on the quarter. So since, I mean, that includes Liberation. Actually, that's like a little bit later than Liberation Day. But since April 20th, Netflix is up 30.3. The S&P is up by 18. And XLK is up by 32. So that's all the tech. Well, yeah, so it prices in 8. But it's up 30 on the quarter. So even if it does 2 standard deviations down, it will still be up 15% on the quarter. That's crazy. So even a 2, that's probably why it's so expensive. Because a 2 standard deviation move is still a gain. It's still not like, yeah. But then what if they say 20% growth? What if they say we found a bunch of gold DVDs? No, it doesn't happen. Okay, sorry. All right, man, you only got 5 minutes, though. So I hope that info for MO helps. And peace be with you. And announce the split. The split is the big one. I think it should happen, but I don't think it should happen, if that makes any sense. Because they do it every 7 years or so. And it has been, what, 4.5, I think, since the last one? I can't recall. But, yeah, I don't know. And it's expensive. But I don't know. split already. Airbnb. No, what was it? All right, man. Rapparoony. Chattadoony. So I'm gonna yell. I like to yell, but you should already know. And you have a good day, okay? Thank you for being here. Oh, I should put Netflix earnings. Is this Q3? Oh, but damn it. I can't stay after as long. I need a call, dude. Fuck. I forgot. It is Netflix earning. I'm like, wait a minute. And I'm like getting all this shit up, and I'm like, hold on though. I was like, I have a phone call. All right, hold on. Let's see. Have an incredible day. I do. All right, let me. All right, man. We'll wrap it up. You guys only have 2 minutes. Because doesn't it take? It comes out right away. Well, we'll see. I might go mute for a little bit, and then I'll keep it on. But it all just depends if they release early or not. So we'll see. All right, Chad. Well, wrap it up. Tomorrow you got the consumer sentiment. I don't know if it's going to hit the same, but it randomly surprises. And then Netflix earnings, I don't think it's going to affect all of big tech. Somebody asked me that this morning. But I generally think it's going to be more so revolving around consumer discretionary, general vibe of, again, you know, people buying a $19.99 service for television and all of that. And then again, Netflix has been a safe haven. If you guys don't recall, you know, end of last year, leading into this year, they were up. Netflix has been very, very good to us. And even during the Liberation Day, remember, that was the first company to like really hold up and recover on the NASDAQ. So a lot riding on it, and we'll see. But you only have 1 minute. Go, 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 go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and gals, it's time to wrap it up. Bring it home. Finalize those plays. Speak now or forever hold your peace. This is it, man. Shares, options, futures, earnings. So you got to wrap it up. And we talked the same thing with Pepsi, man. This time is different with Netflix. I don't think it's the same value play, but you got 10 seconds. Make up your mind. Hopefully you ran through the scenarios, and then tomorrow's Friday, baby. But 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding 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 ding. Horna. Chad Adonia! Are you kidding me? You serious? 7 hours in the books? Fridays tomorrow? Some of y'all been doing this a half a decade with me! Good game, baby! Another earnings too. Good game. GG. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Before the earnings come out, have a good day and good game, baby. It don't matter if you made money or lost money. I know you learned something. Everybody that contributed brought something to the table. plays, knows, vibes, personalities, info. You didn't even, did you bend the knee? Did you cave? Did I have to ask you why? Did I ban you? Did I have to threaten to file a restraining order? There's Netflix. All right, baby, we're out. Hold on. Your boy is out. Operating income, 3.78. I think they beat. Guidance was 3.68 on operating. Margin was 34.1. They were expecting 30. Is that operating? Yeah, they killed it. 2% on margin. EPS 719. Guidance was 703. They raised 2025 view 44.8 to 45.2. It was previously at 40. No, they killed it. No, they raised it. They killed it. They raised 44.8 to 45.2. Previous guidance was 43.5 to 44.5. So now the top end of their previous guidance, their lowest end is 300 million higher than that. And then EPS 667. That's a little higher too. 29. Where's the numbers? How many? Member growth was ahead of. Yeah, they killed it. They beat though. It was pretty good. They beat and raised. So it was pricing in a lot. It's already up 30 on the quarter. I don't know. We'll see. See what the guy says. I haven't seen the numbers fully. Let me see if I can get a full number. I don't know if it'll stay flat, but it was a good report. Now you're going to play the game of Wall Street in the front run. Because again, it's up. That's what we were talking about ahead of this. It's up 30% on the quarter. It's, 15% down puts you back at a still outperformance. So, but then again, they had a high number to beat, 15% growth, and they did better than that. So the question is Wall Street going to be picky? And then let me see if I can get the other number. I told you it might boil down to users. And they said it was good, but let's see. Guidance 703. Where's my numbers? My members. I'll just go to their website. No, they killed it. Top and bottom line, and they raised next quarter and full year. It was a full around beat. That's the good part. That's the thing. I think undoubtedly, now you're going to ask where the stock goes, but that was a good report. That's all that matters to a certain degree. If you're gambling on the price, you're going to get pissed off, but if you're looking for the report, it was a good report. They beat this quarter. It was a high bar. They still beat and raised, and then that's it. So I don't have any issues with that, but that's why I didn't play it. It's up a lot. Letter to shareholders. Okay, give me the paid. Thank you. Why do they make their fucking users so hard to find? It used to be so much easier to find paid users. Operating quarter we paid down. No. Yeah, bro. Why can't I find the paid subs? Why is it being so weird? No split. Yeah, they would have probably announced that now. And then we haven't heard anything on ads too. That I don't, now that I think about it. What about the ad spend? I remember, or not how much they spent, but how much did they make off the ad unit? Did they say they're done reporting users? I have estimates, though. There still should be metrics behind it. I mean, you could calculate it. Just take operating income. We could divide it by something. The estimate is 12 million. I haven't heard about it, but now it's just break even. So it's not break even from the report. It was up on the day, but now it's down 1. So see, they're going to release a YouTube video as their conference call in like 15 minutes, but easy. Easy. Not if you bought daily calls or puts, because you're going to think your puts are up, and then you'll see. And then same for the calls until that call comes out. But yeah, welcome to summer, guys. I told you guys, remember what I said on the watch list, right? About earnings. Does that sound familiar? So we'll see. Even IBKR, it just has to open there. 7, not bad. But Chad, I gotta get going. I love you all. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. And I thought I was gonna see you guys sooner, but let me do some work and see what I could come up with. But God bless you in America. We should be live today and for a watch list, unless something else happens. But thank you for your time. God bless all of you. And my friend, you know what I'm saying? My friend, bro, you know what it is. You know, bro, you have the authority. 7 days. I look forward to seeing your scouting report. Okay, baby? So take that to the bank. And finger to the sky. To God be the glory. And through the grace of God alone. Amen. Amen. Chadadonia. Finger to the sky, man. God is so good. You know that, even no matter what, bro. You know that. I don't care if it goes through. I don't care if it don't go through. I don't care if they want restraining orders. I don't care if they love me, they hate me. God is good. He is the King. Amen, and praise Jesus Christ, baby. So have a good day. Bye. I gotta go. I gotta go. We gotta hurry. They're gonna wait for me. Uh-oh, I got a couple minutes. Gotta go. Gotta run. Howard, bye.